Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Listen online, the website that rocks, KMOD.com. Past shows are available on iTunes. Search under BMMS. Listen with your cell phone. Get the iHeartRadio app, available from the App Store of your cell phone provider. More on that at iHeartRadio.com. And we're on Facebook, facebook.com/BMMS69. That's where you can hang out with us each and every day. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning.
Rocklahoma was announced this week, and we've got a pair of tickets for you. We'll do that at 7:30. We'll do Cucked. We've had our first Cucked of the year. March coming in like a lion. So we'll see how that continues. Willy-nilly, of course. It's your chance to own the show. Talk about anything you want. Bring up something new. Maybe you think we missed. That happens at 9. Our 50th anniversary concert is in April. Woo-hoo! BOK Center. Tickets available at BOKCenter.com. Shine Down, 3 Days Grace will be on stage. St. Patrick's Day is a week away. A week away. When you're spot on the KMOD party bus with GIMPY as the bar hopping happens. St. Patrick's Day celebration downtown. Hit the contest page at KMOD from Guinness Stout. Hell yeah! KMOD. And Friggin' A Friday. We give away the burr. Case of Coors could be yours. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? Text that to us, BMMS, and whatever that is, to 82945. And we'll pick the text from the texts that come in. We'll pick somebody that's going to win a case of Coors. All you got to do is get that text to us. It's finally happened.
Uh-oh.
Finally, all those people drinking IPAs, beers, have beards, Carhartt jackets, and stocking hats can revel in the fact that vinyl records have outsold CDs. First time in 35 years. Who says vinyl's dead?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They get to say that. They get to say they are back on top of CDs. We told CDs we would come for them. We told CDs we would never give up the fight. And we finally have victory.
It's not surprising with cars not putting CD players in them anymore.
And the whole nobody buys CDs.
Right.
Right. Everything's digital now.
Nowhere, it's not clear on when they surpassed 8 tracks.
Yeah.
When is that going to make a comeback? That's what I need to know. Those giant cassettes, because that's all they are. And what about Laserdisc, my friend?
Well, hold on. 8 tracks were awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They had hear me out. They had an ability to, like, dealing with rewinding and all that other pain in the ass stuff.
Right. It just clicks and like starts playing the other side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember. All right, so my folks had an old Pontiac that had an 8-track player in it. And I remember my mom had some 8-tracks. They weren't together at the same time, right? Growing up, my mom had a good vinyl collection. She had a couple of 8-tracks. And then way later down the road, this is when they had. I have never personally used an 8-track. I know how it works. I know you take the giant cassette and you shove it in there and you hit play and it plays to the end and then flips or whatever. But I have personally never, ever used one.
I have once. Growing up, we didn't have audiophonic peripherals, right?
Yeah.
We had the radio in the car.
Yeah, right.
That was it.
All right, AM, FM.
Yeah.
That's it. No cassette, no nothing.
Yeah, but I had an uncle who had added on an 8-track player, and it went underneath the seat and got wired in that way. So, like, how annoying, right? Like, you got to lean over.
Yeah.
And then you got to, lean over and stick it in.
How big was this contraption that it needed to be mounted under the seat instead of, like, on the dash or something.
I don't know if it's like a shade tree thing or like there was nowhere to put it. It wasn't like today when you want to add something, they've manufactured something that fits in the exact spot.
Okay. So he added it on himself.
I think so, yes.
Okay, this wasn't an add-on from the dealership. That's kind of what I thought. But that would make sense. Hey, I got this new device I'm going to add into the car. Oh, yeah, honey, what's that? An 8-track player.
He might have been ahead of his time, too, right?
Yeah.
He might have been like, hey, I should put this in my car.
Right.
So I can listen to these 8 tracks in my car. He would complain about turning corners and all the 8 tracks would fall out of the vice.
Yeah.
Did he have a CB radio in his car as well?
He did not. My dad did.
Yeah, mine as well.
My dad was a traveling salesman, if you will. Not like, here, want to buy a vacuum. He worked for Hallmark Cards and traveled all over the Midwest to Hallmark card shops. And so I guess that was a felt necessity.
Right. My dad was not a traveling salesman. My dad was not a trucker. He just had a CB in the car for, I remember he'd get on that horn, right, as we're driving down the road and would have conversations with truckers as they're going down the road. Blicker 19, can I get a radio check? And then somebody would answer back. And then they'd sit back and talk back and forth while driving down the road. He'd see a semi. We'd be traveling from California to Alabama. And he'd see this semi pass us like at night. You know, they're all lit up. Some of them have more lights than the other.
Yeah, Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. And he'd be like, it's a mighty fine looking rig you got there. I know, right? It's just like, what is going on here? He'd get so mad because, you know, back in the day, you could leave your kids in the car while you went inside of the grocery store.
You still can.
Yeah, you're right, but it's frowned upon more now than it was then. So they'd leave me and my brother in the car while they go inside of the Piggly Wiggly and get some groceries, right? And we'd be out there fooling around on the CB, talking to truckers and whatnots. And boy, he'd get mad at us every time. Don't be messing your dirty paws off my CB radio.
Did he have a code name? Do you remember what his handle was?
No, I don't think he had a handle. I don't even remember him saying, hey, this is Big Mustache or anything like that. I don't remember any kind of handle like that. But I do remember the old Breaker 19, need a radio check. Come on in now. Okay.
I remember my dad's and the whole thing. I remember it stirring a conversation between him and I that ended in the cliche, I don't know, it just is type of solution.
Yeah.
Because I never understood, like, you don't submit your CB handle.
Right. You just come up with one.
Yeah. And so you just get to pronounce, or announce who you are. And so my dad's, which upon reflection, I don't think was very well thought out in terms of a lot of people there's no way to know you're the only one with this handle. And so you would say that. And I, in my head, I remember being like, well, how do you know they know that's you?
Right.
And he's like, what are you talking about? It's my handle.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but how do they know you? And he's like, well, they don't know me. I go, then who are you talking to? Just being the same person I am today. And he'd be like, they just know. And I'm like, Mickey Mouse is not a great handle. Because it's quite a popular character.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Was that literally his handle?
Yes.
Mickey Mouse? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, big trucker Mickey Mouse here. How you doing tonight? Oh,
and my
God.
dad didn't have big ears. He also didn't have a tail. He did like cheese, but like,
did he have kind of a high-pitched squeaky voice?
Yeah.
He didn't own,
An obsession with Walt Disney.
He didn't own an amazing, theme parks across the globe and all that. So I don't know where it came from. I wish I could ask him, but I was like, that doesn't feel like a good handle.
Yeah, you need something that's more personal. Was he a fan of Mickey Mouse? That's the only thing I think of.
Who isn't?
Well, some people are like, yeah, I like Mickey, whatever. Some people really like Mickey Mouse. They'll have the figurines, the statues, the posters, the stupid Mickey Mouse watch with the arms. Like,
if you don't like Mickey Mouse, people, that's like not like in Christmas. Like people think that's weird.
That's fun.
Oh,
Out of all the Disney characters, who's your favorite?
I was always partial to more of a goofy guy.
Right.
Or
Right.
Donald Duck.
Donald
But I
Duck,
don't
yeah.
hate Mickey Mouse.
I don't hate him either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's not my fave. I wouldn't choose Mickey as my handle, but that's just me.
Yeah. Or Eminem, right? Like I feel like Eminem, Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were
it's
talking
Eminem.
about Marshall Mathers.
No, this was before his time.
Yeah.
Would have been
Or the
a better
candy.
handle.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Iowa Mickey Mouse because we lived in Iowa. Like
Yeah, so you can differentiate in case there are
the other Mickey Mouses.
Mhm.
Mickeys. Yeah.
The California Mickey Mouse.
Sure.
Or the Orlando.
I don't. Do you know California Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
'Cause- no, I don't know. I'm Iowa Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I spent some time with Michigan Mickey Mouse one time.
Yeah, and I remember there being like this whole code of words that my dad would use. And,
Trucker lingo.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
He probably would have said that,
Okay.
but it wasn't like he had a book.
Okay.
It wasn't like there was the internet to look that up.
Right, just words he'd picked up on the road.
It's like my dad went from 1987 Chevy Celebrity Chevy Celebrity.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
87 Chevy Celebrity
Mhm.
to he's like all of a sudden his voice turns to like he's hauling cattle. And I'm like,
Right.
and I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, we're eating fries, driving down I-35. I hardly think.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, yeah. It was like he took on this whole new persona. This is awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a fantastic memory I have.
It's a double
That's
life.
good.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So
Talk
like
dirty to me.
before there was the internet and people live these double lives on the internet and
Mhm.
act like they're scientists and stuff or whatever or foreign policy advocates. Like did they do that as truckers? Like more of a like very microscopic version of the way people act crazy now.
Right.
Yeah,
It
before
was just the
internet
beginning.
chat rooms, there were CB radios.
Totally.
There was.
Totally. And there was like 30 channels or something. There was some like crazy number of
Oh
channels.
yeah. Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, hold on. So there was so much traffic. They were like, well, hell, we gotta add another channel.
Right. Well, you can't be using the emergency channel number 9. That's for the police, man.
Was it?
I believe
I think they
so.
had their own frequency.
I'm not quite sure. I think I remember my dad saying stay off of 9 because that's for the police and the emergency crews. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
though.
you might
That
be
was-
right. That
that
doesn't mean it was
30 years
true,
ago.
though.
True.
Yeah, I feel like I remember my dad saying that there was an emergency frequency. And why 9?
Well, holy balls. I
What?
was right.
One might feel like because you found it on the
Yeah,
internet.
damn
Sure.
right. Any authorized CB radio frequency is open to all, but some have agreed upon special
Some.
purposes.
Some.
For instance, Channel 9 is for emergency use, and
Some.
Channel 19 is used by truckers to report on traffic conditions.
Okay, so each one is like, a website address.
Yeah, essentially. How
is-
about that?
And was there some channels that were like porn?
right.
Like dirty talk?
Right. I need you to tune
Probably.
in to channel number 6
or 9.
No, not 9, because that's emergency.
Oh, she's no, not 9. Jeez.
Possibly. If a trucker met a lady trucker on the road, maybe.
Or lot lizard. Mhm,
Oh,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
And was there like a sports one or a financial one or politics?
Right.
Was the CB radio the first internet?
It very well
I
could have
think
been.
so.
Very well could have been.
And the ham's the granddaddy?
Right.
The first dating app.
Oh my gosh. Were there guys that taught I don't know, Channel 1 for hooking up with other truckers?
Right. Welcome to Trucker Love Channel 1. What are you
My
interested
mind is so
in?
blown right now. I cannot wait for the Netflix special that they do on CB radio
Yeah.
history.
It'll be out in about 6 months.
Well, there was
I don't know who they're interviewing.
there was that movie with
Smokey and the Bandit.
no the movie with the guy from Fast and Furious that died.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker,
Mhm.
yes, where he and his brother were on a road trip and they had the CB radio and they were talking to a trucker who went by the Candy Cane was his handle, and he ended up stalking them on the road trip, and they were flirting with
You
him.
watched
and
the worst
Yeah,
movies.
no, it was a good one.
Sure it was. Somebody texted in, I was told a real handle is given to you by another trucker. Like it's a knighthood.
Right. Yeah.
Breaker 19 here before all you today. I bestow the name of Mickey Mouse on that Chevy Celebrity. Over.
Thank you,
Mickey
Long
Mouse
Island.
here. Thank you, Lolly Lizard.
It's amazing how many people had CB radios growing up. Wow, that's fun. Growing up back in the early 90s when I was a kid, my parents had, and their friends all had CB radios in their cars, and we had one in our house. I got to use it sometimes, and my parents gave me the handle half pint.
Oh, were they truckers? Not following the code.
Candy cane.
Joyride. Is the
Joyride.
movie, apparently.
Thank you. Yes.
And then somebody saying Candy Cane.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Candy Cane? Are they two different movies?
No. Anyone's seen Candy Cane? Yes, that was what they went by in Joyride.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah. My handle was always been Baby Chicken. Why? What's this? That's the other part of the like they have like no discerning meaning.
Right. It's just willy-nilly, Wild West of nicknames over here.
I had a 69 Lincoln Continental with a working 8-track about 30 years ago. 30 in 1989 in the 80s.
It probably still worked.
It had 2 tapes that were in the glove box. So one was factory audio demo tape, and the other was classic Spanish guitar.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Oh, God. Hey, baby, I've got 2 8-tracks to listen to. What do you pick one? Would you like classical Spanish guitar or the demo tape? Because the demo tape always sets the mood.
Yeah, right. What's the discerning difference between the demo tape and just also Spanish classical guitar?
Not much.
Yeah.
One says, "Welcome to Lincoln."
Your Lincoln. Right, what was it? Your 69 Lincoln has so many features, like an ashtray in the console and by the back seat doors for each child.
Yes, and one in the middle because that third seat.
And in the brand new 69 Lincoln Continental, we've added seatbelts in just the front.
Because there was a time you don't need seatbelts in the back.
And you've heard about the spaceship that goes to moon. Now your cup holder is in your brand new 69 Lincoln Continental.
Mhm.
All right there. We're going to take a breaker 19. We want to know from you what you need to do to be what you refuse to pay for. Case curse could be yours. Mickey Mouse out.
Tulsa's morning show continues.
And we were really counting on you. We had a lot of drywall that needed to be delivered.
I understand, and I'm sorry to be the one that has to do this, but I got bit by a snake over the weekend at a bonfire.
I don't want to hear about your extracurriculars.
Well,
Chad, get in here.
Listen, sir. I'm being serious this time. And I got bit by a snake. I don't know what kind of snake. I didn't ask for its identification, but I was bit by a snake, and my leg's all messed up now, and I just don't think I can make it in.
I mean, if you feel like a little gardener snake is going to put you on the sidelines.
It was bigger than a garter snake.
Yeah, you were looking at it. Then why'd you let it bite you?
I was playing with it.
Hey, guys, Chad won't be in because he was playing with the snake and it bit him.
Yeah, better than last time when it spit in my eye.
Yeah. How many days off you get?
I mean, my whole thing is you said delivered, so you're going to be sitting. And he's like, if you have to put pressure on the leg and you like, if it's a standing job, I get it.
Yeah, but when you call in and you're sick, you always make it sound worse than it is.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's about 50% less than that.
Yeah.
It's maybe throbbing.
Have you ever been bitten by a snake?
I love that
sir?
scene from Couples Retreat.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
No, you haven't.
Say it again. Say it again. But if you're going to come in and complain about it the whole time and
Right.
be holding court, I don't want you here anyway.
Exactly.
Right. Your burglar leaves fecal evidence in community center sink. This happens a week ago today, as a matter of fact, in Tukwila, Washington, where somebody had broken into the Tukwila Community Center. They took an iPad, a laptop, a charging cable, and a crap in the sink. I guess they're calling him the Phantom Pooper. because, of course, obviously, the evidence that he had left behind. But he had also left some digital evidence behind when he decided to go ahead and merge his own personal or her own personal Apple account with the stolen laptop's Apple account. About that. So the police in Tukwila are asking the thief, to please wash your hands and come in and talk to us. Bring the evidence with you, or bring the stuff with you, and we can talk about your options. I think if you've already got a name because of the account, it shouldn't be that hard to track them down.
Yeah.
Right, if everything's current on it. The part that I think sucks about this is community centers are usually benefited by people of lower income and senior citizens.
Absolutely.
And there's already not enough money in a community center.
Right.
And then you're stealing. You're not helping. You're not helping at all.
No. You're hurting everything. You're taking all that they got, and they're taking a crap in their sink.
If it was the country club, I'd be like,
Totally.
What are you gonna do? Police investigate after marshmallows found with sharp objects inside. An investigation is underway in Michigan after residents found marshmallows containing fish hooks, tacks, and other objects on their property. Police just outside of Detroit say the first incident was reported back in May, but 2 other reports came in last week. So far, no one has been harmed, and they showed a lot of these mostly toasted coconut covered marshmallows, which are delicious. And people put nails in them, and they think it's to deter people from like having your animals on their land.
Okay.
Because the lady was like, I was just walking Toonces. And then he came over and sniffed this marshmallow, and I saw it had nails in it. So I called the police. The police came over, and they were like, yep, sure is that.
Thanks, June. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, if you work hard to keep your lawn nice, and then some local Yahoo comes and lets their dog take a crap on your yard, I can understand why you would be frustrated.
Yes. However, I feel there's a way to get around that. You could put up a hot wire border around your yard, and it's not going to be like seen like a giant picket fence would or something to that effect, but it also would deter said animal from coming and taking a crap in your yard.
Yeah. Except if you're working hard to make your yard nice, a hot wire isn't exactly the most appeasing thing to make your yard look good.
Sure, all you got to do is just decorate the stakes that stick in the ground. You don't really see.
Dink, dink, dink.
You don't need those giant ones. Good Lord.
T-stake, yeah.
You don't need one of those. You can get small kits at the Atwoods that work out just fine.
Still looks trashy, man.
I don't know, but it's sure better than, I guess, having to have marshmallows with nails in your yard.
Or you could just let your dog crap in your yard.
Well, yeah, people are never going to let that happen.
Or pick up after your dog's crap.
Even then, you're smearing it across the thing, man. Like you're using that non-germ protective sack from the grocery store, and you're just like...
It still works just the same.
And you literally look at it and go, I'm not picking that up.
Yeah.
Depending on how it looks.
Absolutely. If it was a rough day for the dog, nope, we'll just let the rain take care of that one.
Yeah, if the dog's feeling a little under the weather, right, you can be like, Mother Nature's fertilizer happening there. Yeah. Or you do the old left shoulder, right shoulder, keep going.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yes.
No poop over here.
Yeah, when I lived in San Francisco, I would have to walk my dog, and there's no grass, right? In the city, there's no grass. I lived in the city. So only around where there's trees is there a little grass or dirt.
Right.
And some people's dogs are just trained to take crap right on the concrete.
They don't care.
And they don't clean it up. And you're like, now humans do it. But like the dogs, and you just be walking and you're like, son of a bitch.
That's one of the worst things. That will literally ruin a day.
Which is worse, stepping in dog crap with shoes on, or stepping in urine on the tile floor in your socks,
or like carpet or something to that effect. Okay.
Or because you don't see it right, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In a shoe, you go, you're like, oh man.
Whatever. You get a hose, you can hose it off. Your sock might get a little wet.
Maybe. Or vomit barefoot. Ooh. Which one? You got to pick one. Gun to your head.
That's easy. That's an easy choice.
I'm going to say stepping in dog poop with your shoes on.
Gimpy.
Urine with socks on, man. All right, because the shoe's easily to wash off. The barefoot vomit, easy to wash off. You got to hop one-legged all the way to the, or, hop it up in the sink in the kitchen, wherever you're
Right.
at,
It's
right?
on you.
It's easy to get it up. You're good. Ugh. Now I got to walk my happy ass or hop from here all the way to the bedroom with a wet sock. I got to change my socks. I just put socks on, as a matter of fact.
Right. Those were clean.
Ugh.
That's my favorite pair.
Wet sock, man.
Yeah. I think I'm with Lindsay. I got to do shoe, man. At least I can take that off and just spray it off.
You think that's the worst out of all of them? Because that's how I understood the question, which is worse out of those three options?
No, which one would you rather?
Oh, which would I rather have? Oh, that's
Yeah.
Shoes.
So worst is for you is the
Yeah,
sock.
yeah,
Lindsay's
yeah.
worst one?
Oh no, I think the poop on the shoe is the worst one.
You think it's the worst one?
Yeah.
That's like the second easiest one to deal with.
It's the easiest one.
I
You
don't know,
literally
'cause it gets into the crevices of the bottom of the shoe, and sometimes
right. You got to
you
get a
might have to
pencil
take-
and scrub down.
yes, you might have to take a toothpick or something to get in there.
Mhm.
Oh,
It does
and the
have a little more
smell.
work, but it
And
ain't
the
on me.
smell.
Yeah, but it ain't on
It
me.
ain't on you.
That's where my head's at. It
Easy
ain't
enough
on
to
me.
wash off.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's the vomit might be the. Well, good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460 KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. We're giving away beer like we always do on Friday. We want to know what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for it. BMMS and whatever that is to 82945. We do news quickies on Fridays. We do just the headlines. Let's get started.
It's time for news quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News quickies from the Big Mad Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
Woman raised huge 8-foot alligator as pet after she stole egg from zoo.
How would you even do that?
Great question.
Feed it chicken chunks, I guess.
No, I mean, how would you steal the egg?
Oh, wow. I mean, there's a couple of ways. You can either A, put it in a backpack and walk out with it, or B, use your prison pocket.
I don't think they're like within arm's reach
Right.
from the exhibit is what I'm talking about. I'm quite aware there are many different vessel options to confiscate it.
Right. I know the one at the Tulsa Zoo. I mean, they're kind of right there. You'd have to jump over an enclosure to get into it. But I ain't messing with that. No
No.
way. No. Canadian judge says flipping someone the bird is a God-given right.
I mean, I kind of have the stance that
Mhm.
I don't find it really offensive.
Nah.
It's not, but some people, that just ends their day right there.
Yeah, they take it really like you've spit on my face.
Yeah.
We put those as equals.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that got to being.
Right. How somebody got so mad that they couldn't speak, they just
don't-
stuck one finger up.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be middle finger. Excuse me, middle finger. If anything, it may be like if you did a hole,
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
But this
or
doesn't-
if I took my pointer finger and the hole and did a gesture,
Well, I see that's
that
just
would
too
be
much.
like, hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, but that's just too much,
Too much
you
work.
know.
But this makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, but I mean, sticking like your hand in a circle form, right, to show somebody you're angry. That they're like, what are you doing here? And you can't use your index finger because that's for pointing and shaming people. So we had to go to the
And
next
Pinky
best
just
thing.
does not feel
No.
tough at all.
No,
But that doesn't really, that only feels like, I
don't know.
guess, awesome. I do love giving the bird though, man.
It is nice.
Feels good.
It does feel good. But I can't explain why.
I don't even know when the last time was I actually flipped the bird.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, I did it just yesterday.
No idea.
I mean, I've never done it like to someone in hate.
Mhm.
Right.
Just in fun, I've done that. And are you a straight finger? Or are you got to have you got to
Straight-
bend the
straight
knuckles?
finger.
Oh, but you're not.
But you're not. Yeah. See,
You're
it'd
not.
be
Look at your knuckle.
Oh, yeah.
rounded. Yeah, rounded. Which I thought that always looks weird. Like,
Oh, I think that looks awesome when the
Yeah,
knuckles
that
are kind,
way.
the fingers are kind
Yeah.
of bent a little.
yeah, it
But if you
looks-
do just that feels like you still have your mom pick your clothes out in the morning.
You're not wrong.
I know, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
You look like you're 6 years
Yeah.
old. It's like, come on,
But
bend
there's
your
some
fingers.
finesse to it when it's like,
Yeah.
especially if you can stick your tongue out, which is also, see, it makes no sense. Gimpy, was that you?
That was me, yes.
Okay. More than half the world will be obese by 2035. That's in 12 years for those keeping track. Again, Wall-E. We're all the frickin' world's turning into Wall-E.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they movies have some kind of truth to them.
Go back to the Future, and they had a video phone, remember? And it felt so weird.
Yeah.
Tesla steering wheels can reportedly pop off while driving.
Oh, that's scary. I've had that happen to me, not on a Tesla. It was on like it was like on a 68 Fairlane or something like that. I forget the year, but yeah, just driving down the road and plink, there it goes. Hell, I had it happen to me on a 280Z as well. It's not fun. It's not
What
fun.
did you do?
With the Z, I just went to take off, and the front end came up and then came back down, and then plunk, there goes the whole strut tower assembly wheel and everything. Mm-hmm.
The front of the car popped up in the air. Is that what you just said?
The wheels didn't come off the ground, but when you take off, you get a little bit of that. The front end comes up,
Lunged back.
And then with the Fairlane, oh hell, we were just driving down the road, and then plink, there goes the tire, the wheel, and everything, and then it hit the ground, and I had to pull over to the side, go find the wheel, and then put the spare on, jack it up. It was a giant pain.
There's no way that would be okay to drive after that.
No.
Listen, it wasn't my car. I was just trying to get back into town. It was my buddy's car. Scientists say that AI can turn people's thoughts into images with 80% accuracy.
Scary.
No, I'm not scared of that.
Right. I mean, you'd have to put on a special contraption, and then
It takes 95 computers and they got to turn on the nuclear power. Like,
yeah, but it starts somewhere, though.
Sure.
It starts somewhere.
Sure. Big cat found in Cincinnati neighborhood tests positive for cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of those African serval cats.
Why is it got to be African?
Because that's where it came from. But they look, because the story I read, they thought it was like a leopard or something like that, right? And then they finally find the cat up in a tree, because that's where cats hang out. And they're like, oh, it's an African serval. Still huge, massive cats nonetheless. But I didn't read the story enough to find out how it got the cocaine in it. It just decided to go party one night.
Because it feels on brand that if you're involved in the cocaine community that you would own one of those.
Yes, or a pet tiger or something to that effect. Yeah.
Video of Idaho snowmobiler charged by moose in freak incident.
Dude, meese are no joke.
I'm telling you. They look like they'd be slow and kind of lumbery, just boom, boom, but they are fast.
And massive.
Yes.
They are massive animals. People, they're like, oh, a moose. Dude, when you watch like Alaska State Troopers or any of those Alaska shows,
Northern Exposure.
And they show a moose, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
They showed one, like the lady heard something, she opened her door, and it was under her carport trying to get out of the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hitting, it didn't care.
My cousins lived in Alaska for a few years in Anchorage, and they were adamant that they wanted to walk to school. And they got permission and walked to school. And the one day that they walked to school, they got chased by a moose on their way home. And my cousin Carter ended up peeing in his pants on the way home when they got chased by a moose.
Yeah.
Feels fair.
Yeah. I can't say that I blame them.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have stopped at just number one.
Right. It was the first and last time they walked to school.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Woman stabs ex-boyfriend 19 times because she was dreaming.
Oh, man.
I mean, my wife gets mad at me because she has a dream that I did something. I'm like, sorry?
But did you?
Do I apologize for that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You.
I know. Sound like you were going to say something. I was just waiting. Topless maid says she makes over $2,000 per day.
Good for her. Good
Yeah,
for her.
I don't know. That'd be a bit dangerous.
How?
How would it be dangerous? It's not
Somehow.
frying bacon.
I
Right.
mean, that is a good point.
Fabuloso won't eat your skin off. I'm just trying to think of things that could get on you while you're
bleach.
cleaning
Yeah,
topless.
people that clean with
bleach.
bleach.
That's what I'm thinking.
I just don't find it sexy. Even a topless woman cleaning a toilet doesn't sound hot to me.
Doesn't. Man.
Or treating the septic system.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, baby, plunge that toilet.
Yeah. Get down in there. Get the splash up. Yeah.
Sure, topless vacuuming, I could see.
Sure.
Man's dying wife requests to have sex with her ex just one last time goes viral.
You letting that happen, Lindsay?
No.
So you want I believe we've talked about the story or a variation of it. So your dying husband, his final wish is that, and you don't want him to die happy.
Yep.
Wow. Somebody else.
Because your ego's fragile.
Yep. Yeah.
So in a moment of death, selfishness wins.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Gimpy?
Why not? I mean, you're going to be dead soon anyway, so what's it matter? It's not going to bother.
I'm going to bang people when you're dead.
Absolutely. If I'm not already. Just saying.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know if I'm on Lindsay on that or it depends. Like, how incapacitated are they?
Mhm.
Like, how much is really going to happen?
Right, exactly.
So it's not like you're going to go out for a date. That ain't happening.
No. It's come over.
If you want them to come, if you can convince, if you can find them online, you can contact. I ain't contacting them.
Right, like you as not your significant other would be the one to have to reach out.
Yeah,
to.
I'm not setting that up.
Yeah, you don't do that. No. I'm right there with you.
If you want to be you, who am I to say anything about that?
Right.
But I ain't participating.
Do you leave the house? Let's say this.
Am I
all
the
gets set
caretaker?
up.
Like, how bad are they?
Right. But it's like, all right, you got to set up. She's coming over or he's coming over.
Do you light candles for them?
Right. Do you sit downstairs and watch TV while they're taking care of business upstairs? I don't know.
And if you do, what if some noise comes from the bedroom that you've never heard?
Right.
What if they die in the act?
Somebody's got to finish her off.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Scientists have revived a zombie virus that spent 48,500 years frozen in permafrost. That doesn't have bad news written all over it, does it?
No.
Governor signs bill rolling back child labor protections.
Get to work,
What?
kids.
We're worried about the kids.
Make those phones.
Last one, Lindsay.
Okay.
Just pick one.
Sushi terrorists and two accomplices arrested in Japan after viral prank.
Yeah, I know this story. They take it very seriously, just like in Italy, they take it very seriously what you call certain things. Like they do the same thing with sushi. And what they were doing is like they were eating at a place like Sushi Train and the food was coming by and they were messing with it as it came by.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can't do
Gross.
that.
Last one, Gimpy.
Doctors recommended ejaculating 21 times a month.
I'm exhausted hearing the number.
Yeah. 21.
Yeah, that's less than once a day. Come on, you could take a break. Like take one day off a week and you'll be fine.
Besides work, driving, name something you do 21 times a month.
Apparently ejaculate.
You're changing. That's a lot of tissues. No foul play suspected in death of Georgia businessman whose body was found wrapped in a rug. All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69. We want to know from you what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for it. A case of course could be yours.
Tulsa's morning show.
You're going to have to jeopardize your virtues.
Either way, something is happening with your ass.
If you've heard me talk about jacuzzis, butt soup,
Yeah. You're not a fan.
they're disgusting. Well, the CDC has issued a statement about them because of the high infection bacteria that is in public jacuzzis. E. coli, lots of vowels and stuff in these words that I'm not going to say. Pathogens can cause gut infections, diarrhea, septicemia, skin infections, urinary tract infections, Legionnaire's disease. Legionella bacteria are particularly found in water droplets within the hot tub steam, and inhaling them the contained steam can lead to development of life-threatening pneumonia.
Huh.
Just being in the room, that's how bad they are. But listen to this. And I knew this, but they explain it a little differently. The CD says that if you want to enjoy a hot tub or jacuzzi, there is a way to telling if it's safe or not.
Okay.
And there are clear signs of a germ-filled jacuzzi when urine and other bodily fluids, such as sweat, mix in with the chlorine used to disinfect jacuzzis. It creates an irritant and a pungent chemical called chloramine, which is what causes sore eyes when swimming in pools.
Right.
The more bathers that deposit their bodily fluids, the stronger the smell of chloramine, which smells like bleach. And the greater the likelihood the spa or hotel jacuzzi has low levels of disinfectant and high levels of bacteria. So if the hot tub smells really strong, the chances are not safe. Even if the water looks clean and clear, it's also worth noting that the water does become murkier the longer it goes without chemicals.
So anytime you've gone to the public pool or the
this
water
says
park-
jacuzzi specifically.
Okay.
So, but we're jumping to that, but I hear you.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone to some and I'm like, dude, it reeks of bleach. I didn't know that it was because of all the pee-pee in the pool. I know that's what causes your eyes to burn, but I didn't know it would smell worse. Right? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So like my family went to Great Wolf Lodge last year. If you've ever been there, it is like you're getting LASIK. That's how strong it is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's horrible.
Yeah. How many kids are around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty ass kids. Nasty.
And you multiply, let's just take half those people have bubble guts.
Yeah.
And if that feel like I'm being dramatic, let's just go with a quarter.
Mhm.
Right. Just because they got the Bee Gees doesn't mean that they're pooping in the pool, but they be tooting it up. They be making their own jacuzzi, and that's leaving particles floating around.
Not everybody has a bidet.
And as you go under the water, you splash it all out. You got some in your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Look, I'm a fountain.
Or it's in your beard, and then you go to eat some of those delicious French fries.
Yeah. Got it on your hands. You start licking your fingers afterwards.
Gross. I love useless information.
Oh, yeah.
I'm constantly on the hunt for it. And the amount of useless things I cultivate and put to the side and never use is endless. And then when it's time to recall it, I'm like, I know a thing. So these are some of those. I don't know. Have you ever been to the park and fed the ducks or the geese or whatever?
Yeah.
What do you take?
Bread, crackers,
Bread,
or
right?
whatever. Yeah, whatever's left over in the pantry about to expire.
Sour cream and onion chips or bugles or whatever.
Well, apparently giving bread to ducks is really bad for them because it ruins their digestive system.
Yeah.
So you're killing ducks.
Like, I don't care.
So now when you go and you see that, just laugh that those people are killing ducks. So this one's a little deep, so bear with me. Control, Shift, and T will restore an accidentally closed tab. So if you've ever been on your computer and a tab closes, Control, Shift, and T will bring that tab back.
Well, that's fun.
And Control, Alt, Shift, T will bring back a window you accidentally closed.
Huh. That's a lot to be pressing at one time.
For you, yes.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, that's fun to know because there's been plenty of times that I'll be buzzing around and accidentally hit the X button and it closes everything. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I got to start all over again. Okay. Control Shift T.
Yeah. I mean, if you close the program, you're probably out of luck. But this one I learned not too long ago. But antiperspirant and deodorant are not the same thing. Antiperspirant stops you from sweating. Deodorant covers up the smell of sweating.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
I don't wear it.
At all?
Right.
You Mr. Stinky Pits all day, every day, huh?
I mean, I don't stink.
Okay. I guess it helps to do something.
I don't stink.
Even after when you're rolling around.
No, I mean, if I'm like doing yard work or, sweating it up, yes, of course.
I have to put deodorant on every day. And if I don't, like, because there's been times that I forget, I've had to go and buy a small little travel size stick for here because I'm like, I feel weird. I feel weird without any on. And then I feel like I can smell it.
Mhm.
Do you shave your armpit hair?
I trim. I don't shave.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't shave bald down like a lady or whatever. But yeah, I knock that
Some.
stuff down. But yeah, that seems to be a trend nowadays where ladies are letting it grow out like man length armpit hairs and like dyeing it or just letting it be.
Dyeing it.
And I find that the most disgusting thing ever.
I don't think that that's common.
I don't think it is either. I think maybe it's like a handful of people.
Okay.
Some people are doing it. I didn't learn until like in my 40s to trim my armpit hair.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. You get all poking out like you got buckwheat in a headlock.
No one ever told me.
Or shave down yonder.
I've talked about that.
Trim that as well. You stinking ass.
Yeah, it looks like an
musty.
abandoned house.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text Bmms and then what you want to say to 82945. We want to know what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for. We get you on the phone for Friggin' A Friday. You're going to get a case of Coors. Jackson is on. Hey, Jackson, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, man. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for?
Well, for about the last year and a half, I have needed to fix the air conditioner in my car.
Damn.
What's wrong with it? What's it doing?
It just does not function. I don't know why it doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with it. I just know it doesn't work. And my kids hate riding in my car because you have to have the windows down.
And what kind of car, what year, make, model, all that?
It's a 13 Ford Escape.
You know, Corbin moonlights as an AC repairman. Don't you, Corbin? Yeah.
No. Not anymore. I've hung those up. Right on, man. So what's the reason you won't get it fixed?
I just don't want to pay for it. I'll drive with the windows down.
465, man.
Yep, 465.
What's the what mileage? How many miles are on it?
Almost 200,000.
When do you see yourself getting, like, what will it take to get rid of that car?
It just have to completely quit working.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? If the transmission goes out, that would make it not work?
Well, I replaced the transmission already, so.
Okay, the engine blows up?
That would make me get a new one, yeah.
All right.
And what would you get, and would you get one with air conditioning? You bougie MFer.
I don't know. I'd get something I could afford, and I guess air conditioning's optional.
Would an engine be cheaper than a new car?
I think it would, yes. So I'd probably just get the engine replaced, actually.
Good for you for having that mindset, man. Good on you. All right, well, we're going to hook you up. Gimpy, tell him exactly what he's going to get.
You know, Jackson, you should probably stop putting that off and get it done before summertime. Here's a case of Coors to help you procrastinate some more. Back to you, Corbin.
Hang on the line, friend, so Gimpy can get your info and have a fantastic weekend.
You too. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
It's good news for Joe Mixon. He is not a suspect in the Cincy shooting. Cincinnati Bengals running back was the focus of an investigation into a shooting incident at his house outside of Cincinnati earlier this week. As the investigation started, his sister, Shalonda Mixon, told the media that her brother was not involved. How was she so sure? Because reports are that Shalonda herself is a suspect in the shooting that injured a neighborhood teen. According to police reports, a group of neighborhood teens were playing a game with Nerf guns near Mixon's home when one of the kids, unaware of the old saying, never take a Nerf gun to a gunfight, ran alongside Mixon's house, from which an unknown suspect fired off 11 rounds at the teenager, striking him in the foot as he ran from the gunfire. Fortunately, the teen was taken to a nearby hospital, treated, and released. Shortly after the shooting, a black Honda Accord left the Mixon house. Police stopped the vehicle, and inside were Shalonda Mixon and a man, Lamont Brewer, who are now considered suspects in the shooting.
Is running around with a Nerf gun and firing it, is that F around and find out?
Yeah.
No, they're bright orange.
Yes.
It's quite clear they're not. They're like bright orange and bright green and bright blue.
Yeah.
But what if somebody's colorblind and they don't see the bright orange or the light
Damn
bright
it with
blue?
the colorblind.
They don't even sound, they don't even really make noises. Like,
Silencers, Lindsay. Come on.
no. And the,
On your Nerf gun.
yeah, right?
So instead of thump, it's like,
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, and that is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste. Not.
I don't
or
know.
He was just drunk. And
That's what I got from his photo.
okay. I think most people that live in Vegas aren't partying up.
No, but he looks like the type that wishes like he would have been there rather than in Iowa. So he's gonna spend mom and dad's money and just make a mess of himself. That's what I get from
Okay.
his mugshot.
I'm going to go to Iowa and cause trouble.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
Right?
You go to Vegas, you cause trouble. Go to LA, go to New York City. Nobody goes to Iowa just to cause trouble.
I do not have a counter to that. I grew up in Iowa. I do not have a counter to that.
You only cause trouble in Iowa if you're from there because you got nothing else to do in Iowa.
Right, because the gravel road. Yeah, you're on the gravel road drinking.
Man breaks into home and hides under sheet. I'm not sheeting you. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. The lead-in sounds insane.
Happens in West Virginia where this gal, she's sleeping and she hears glass breaking in her house. So she goes to check and she sees a strange man in her house. Oh no. So she runs upstairs to be with her granddaughters and she calls the police. Help, there's somebody in my house. So the police come down and they're searching around and they go to the back room. They see a pile of sheets. They see the pile of sheets move. Well, that sheet is not supposed to move. So they found 30-year-old William Brewer hiding underneath the sheet. Now, first they tried to cuff the man. He tried to run, but, they cuffed him anyway. He told the police that he only did it because he was high on the drugs and he needed a place to sleep. He says that, I guess he broke into the lady's house next door. She called the cops too. He says that he broke into that house to do the same thing, just looking for a place to sleep. But he left because the woman there would not stop yelling at him.
Mm,
When we play hide and seek in my house,
yeah.
I will sometimes hide under a sheet because I'm not trying to win.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to not breathe under the sheet because the sheet moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easily found.
Where would you hide, Lindsay? If you were this guy, where would you hide?
Probably in a closet
That's the first place they're going to look.
or under a bed.
Second place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in a sheet.
Under.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, if he was looking to take a nap, I mean, maybe they were Egyptian cotton and they looked really comfy.
Gimpy, where would you hide?
in a trash can. Not like in the small trash can in the kitchen, but no, in a dumpster outside.
Ooh.
I think it's big enough to fit a body in. Probably one of the last places they're going to look. Maybe, I don't know. I try not to run from the police, but I do remember watching Cops. He tries to hide under the kiddie pool and they kick it over and they find him every time.
Yeah, because they know to look there.
Yeah.
I think you got to hide in plain sight. My best hiding spots when we play hide and seek in the house is in plain sight.
Mm.
Lampshade on your head.
Well, not like standing in the wide open,
Right.
Yeah.
but I have stood behind a curtain.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Right.
They don't think to look for the shoes under the curtain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're kids.
Exactly.
They'd run right past you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yep.
Got to think like a child.
Uh,
Viral video shows car dealer peeing on woman's ID. This happens in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Police there are looking into a viral video that appears to show a car dealership urinating on a woman's driver's license. In a Facebook post, the victim said she left her ID at a used car dealership in Kenosha over the weekend. A few hours later, she was home eating cheese and then was horrified to see a video of someone peeing on it making the rounds on social media. It's unclear if anyone will be held accountable. On a positive note, the dealership wants to offer the victim a free car. Yeah. She apparently was trying to buy a car, changed her mind, called and said, I've left my ID. I'll send you $5. When you get the $5, will you mail me my ID?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll mail it.
Uh-huh.
And then it shows them saying the name and everything, full stream. The video's on our thing, full stream onto this woman's ID. I am no expert in the automotive industry. Lindsay, for sure, in the room is the automotive expert. Her husband works at a dealership. I know Gimpy has worked at a dealership.
Mhm.
So I am by far not the expert. I will, however, say I think their career is over.
Yeah, definitely.
God, I hope so.
Definitely.
If you get to keep your job after pissing on somebody's license, man, there's something wrong with management at that position.
Yeah.
Now I can wrap my head around the idea that they were, they'd worked really hard on the deal and, working on
Mhm.
commission and, that's going to put food on the table. And he was just pissed.
Yeah. Unless this customer
See what you did there.
completely was.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no. Hear me.
There's
hear me.
no rational reason why you should be. Hold on. There's no rational reason why anyone should urinate on anyone else or on an ID.
I agree with you. So unless this customer was, completely awful to the person working there, and the person that works there is their number one salesperson, that's the only way they're going to keep that job if they are their
to
number
keep the
one.
job.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to argue why someone should piss on someone's ID.
No.
There's no reason.
No.
I don't care if that ID was stung by a jellyfish. No.
Right.
No, there's no reason.
It seems like a weird flex.
No.
You don't look cool.
No.
No.
You look dehydrated, to be honest.
I call this day spa or dispensary.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50
Don't I know it.
chance. There's no point in,
Mhm.
hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a
Yeah.
dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like
Okay.
a little nug, maybe?
Mm,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
Or
God knows you
crypto
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphoria. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphoria is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or the dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa.
Hmm.
2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say? Oh,
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
and
couldn't
could
hear.
be
I didn't hear
confused.
you because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
Yeah, I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
You are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, somatic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
That is a
Day drinking with all three of us.
We want to know what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for friggin' a Friday. If we pick your text and get you on the phone, we will give you a case of Coors, BMMS space, and whatever that is to the phone number 82945. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for, Lindsay?
We still have a few rooms in our house with popcorn ceilings, and it's expensive to have them removed. So I refuse to pay for it. It's also a very messy job. And I know I can do it. I just don't want to. But it's got to be done. I'll end up doing it myself because I refuse to pay for it. We had the living room done in hallway, and it was...
You paid someone to do that one?
Yeah, and it was $2,500 to have someone do that.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
And if you did a bedroom, how long would it take, you think?
Probably I would estimate an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
I bet it would take longer than that. That's why you pay, in my opinion, that's why you pay people to do stuff like that.
Mhm.
They have the right tools,
Right.
the right experience. They've done it and know where the pitfalls and mistakes are. So they know how to clean it up. Like they're efficient at it.
Well, I did watch a TikTok video.
Sure.
Someone that they were like, hey, you hook up your shop vac to the end of, the scraper that you're using, and it sucks all the popcorn while you're
how's that
scraping
work
for
out?
easy cleanup.
How's that work?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. What do we know about taking
Which is
advice
pretty
from
cool.
TikTok when it comes to doing stuff around the house?
Yeah, right.
About it, it's about as worthy as recipes.
That's pretty genius. Yeah.
Don't be blowing my spot up.
I never said anything, man.
It's 2 comments in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when will you do it, or when will you pay someone again?
Oh, I'm not gonna pay.
You're not. You're going to do
No,
it.
I'm gonna die on that hill. I will do it. I will.
To do how many bedrooms?
Both of the kids' rooms.
So is your bedroom done
Yeah.
and the living room's done?
Uh-huh.
So the spots you have to.
Yeah. Kids,
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That's
kids'
their
rooms.
bedroom. Yeah.
Kids' rooms and the spare bathroom needs to be done, but that's super small.
Yeah.
If it only takes like maybe a couple of hours or so to get her all done, I mean, why don't you do it on like a rainy Saturday or
Well,
something?
because you gotta, move all the furniture out of the room. I mean, it's definitely gonna be time consuming.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a rainy Saturday. You're
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
I mean-
So.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Here's what you do. You get a tent, put up a tent like in the basement or wherever, and let the kids sleep in that. One day you take the stuff out. They sleep wherever that night. And then the next day you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're not doing it. You spread the S sandwich out.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's a great idea. Or maybe in the summer they can sleep outside in a
Yeah.
little tent. Yeah.
What'd you do to your hand?
Oh, dude, last night.
As someone who
What?
just loves to
What?
talk, I am shocked we haven't said anything.
I haven't noticed what's going on.
Show her.
What's her
show-
hand look like? Oh, holy balls.
That's a home job.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Last night, getting to lacrosse practice, getting
played
out of
lacrosse
the
and got hit.
car. No, getting out of the car, slammed my 2 fingers in the car door, getting out in a hurry. Oh,
And so
it hurt
wha-
so bad. Hurt so bad. It instantly, it smashed my 2 fingernails, and the fingernails cracked instantly, and my middle finger bled instantly.
1, 2.
And
three.
I get my
She
nails.
has 5 band-aids on her
professionally-
hand.
No, it's just wrapped. It's wrapped because of the swelling. The blood vessels in the fingertips are broken. They're completely bruised. Like I said, they bled.
Did you break your nail?
I think my nail, I'm going to lose my real nail.
Did you break it though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're busted. They're completely shattered. Yeah. And so, I mean, it hurt. I didn't feel pain like this. I thought I had a high tolerance for pain. I was
no, that's
in
a total-
agony. This
No,
is I'd never felt pain like this before.
As someone who gave birth, you've never
Yes.
felt.
I was.
I feel like you're
was
being dramatic.
What is this? I was like, this is horrible, horrible pain.
You don't seem like a light door closer.
No,
Oof.
no.
So how'd your hand get stuck then?
So I got out of the car, and I'm like, I thought, oh, my water. And I'd shut the door and turn it. Yes. And my hand just, ugh. So, and I go into the bathrooms at the park to wash the blood off my hand.
Oh, it cut it open.
Oh yeah.
Oy.
Instantly my fingernail was damaged and bleeding. And my whole body just broke out into this cold sweat from head to toe.
Oh, I got lightheaded.
And I'm like, oh, big time lightheaded. And I'm like, what is going on? And one of the moms is an ER nurse. I'm like, what is going on with me? Like, why am I sweating so bad? She's like, oh, it's just your body reacting to the trauma. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Just take some deep breaths. I'm like, okay.
Ugh,
okay.
Nurses, man. They're like,
crazy.
I'm not working.
Yeah. So she told me to wrap it up and ibuprofen and, watch the swelling. She's like, it'll be in pain for the next couple of days. And I asked, am I going to lose that nail? She said, most likely.
Well, you don't lose it.
Yeah. Well, it'll fall off.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's not fun. That's definitely
Yeah. It was a Peter Griffin moment.
So did you go to the doctor to see if it was
No.
broken?
No.
So your answer should be.
Bend it. I
so
can bend it.
Your answer should be, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A
Yeah.
doctor visit to make sure your hand's okay.
What are they going to do? I can bend it. I mean,
You cannot have both sides of the hill. You cannot be like, the worst pain ever, and then also be like, it's fine.
I was being a baby.
Was?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, door slams are not fun.
Yeah. That was my first experience with it. So I think I freaked out more.
Suddenly you hate your car.
Yeah, right.
You've never slammed your door or a finger in a door before until now? Wow.
Yeah.
I figure that's
Took
something
me
everybody's
41
done.
years.
Wow.
I've done fingertips. I've done my whole hand.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. It hurts.
Yeah. Did you break your hand when
No.
you? Okay.
No, look at me. What are you talking about? We want to know what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for. A case of Coors could be yours. Gimpy, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for?
Replace the power steering in my car that went out months ago.
I remember you talking about that like years ago.
Yeah, it went out, and I'm like, it's $125 for a new pump, and then putting it in, and blah blah blah, all the stuff that goes with it. But I'm like, why? Okay, it's a winter car. I drive it when it's butt loving cold outside, or raining, sideways, or snowing. Outside of that, I ride my bike everywhere I go. So why do I really need to replace the power steering in my car? Well, I can tell you why, because it's a giant pain in the D parking sometimes. When I pull out of here, it takes both hands.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. But
You don't want to be with Gimpy doing a 3-point.
boy, I'm telling you, we'll be there forever. But I'm just like,
Everybody.
push. I figure why mess with it? I may get it done eventually, but chances are I'm just going to keep driving that car without power steering. It works. It gets me where I need to go. It's building upper body strength. So, I mean, honestly, it's a win right now. Okay. So might as well just go ahead and say F it and just let it run the way that it is.
I think you should get one of those. You buy them at Advanced Auto or whatever, or Riley's.
Mm-hmm.
On the steering wheel with the ball.
The balls, yes, the steering balls. I know what you're talking about. I thought those were illegal for the most part. I don't know.
Why?
In case something happens, you get a blowout, and this is like way back in the day, at least just, something my old folks told me. You get a blowout, and it causes the steering wheel to, sometimes, react in a way it doesn't want to. And then that ball gets caught on your thumb, it can break your thumb.
Okay. This is a myth that has been, this is the internet.
Okay.
This is a myth that has been spread, possibly because the knobs have also been called suicide knobs. It's a negative connotation caused by people to assume that they were illegal. In fact, steering wheel knobs are sometimes prescribed to people with applicable disabilities to assist them in driving.
Okay, I get like how that could help you out with your driving or whatnot. That's not going to help the power steering any, right? It's not going to make it easier to pull into a parking spot or pull out of a parking spot, I don't think.
I mean, doing this is easier than
wrenching it. I guess
Absolutely.
you're right. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Listen, let's add to the list of things you refuse to pay for a steering wheel ball. So if someone's got one, to give to Gimpy.
Right. I'll take it. I'll give it a shot.
Right. Normally, Gimpy in this segment hits a sounder where he's just numbering a bunch of things.
Right.
Because the number of things Gimpy will refuse to pay for.
Everything.
Yeah.
Why hit the sounder if it's just everything?
Yes. Anything.
Right. When I brought this up to you, the original thought was I need to go to the dentist, but I refuse to pay for it because dentist trips are not cheap. You got insurance. They still like to charge you an arm and a leg, even though you got insurance. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm just going to let it ride.
How much?
My power steering. Hell, I don't know. You got to go to the dentist to be able to find out.
So you don't even know how much it's going to cost you?
It's more than what I want to imagine. So I'm good. Is it more than $10? Yes. Well, then I'm out.
A cleaning is free.
Sure they are. I'm good. Just let it ride. I brush regularly. I floss regularly. I'm good.
Sure. So the guy with veneers.
Right.
All right. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors. I thought of a couple just sitting here just while we were talking, but the one that I know off the top of my head is I've got to get an alignment on my car, and I just got one. I'm refusing to pay for another one.
Huh? Did you hit curbs or something?
No, that's why I'm like, if I had never gotten one in the time span of the car, I would be like, okay, because they're expensive, they're annoying, right?
Yeah.
They're not fast.
Right.
And rightfully so. I'm just like, I just got one last year. There's no need for me to do that.
Right. Is it pulling pretty hard though?
No.
Is it shimmying when you drive?
I wish. No.
Okay. Well, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no indicator that I need, that my deep mechanical knowledge has told me. Isn't it funny that, like, some of you hearing Gimpy talk about not going to the dentist, you're like, yeah, F that. And then you hear me talk about alignments, and you're like, come on, man.
Get it together, bro.
I'm opposite.
Right. I hear you. I'm the same. I'm like, my car is not me.
Yeah.
Anything that's to do with me, I'm like, yeah, let's take care of it.
This says I just spent $1,900 at the dentist yesterday, tooth pulled and gearing up for an implant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That's cosmetic surgery.
Right.
Of course that is. But I would argue that preventative maintenance might have stopped that.
Right. It starts off with the free cleaning. Come on now for your free cleaning. And then the next thing you know, you're in $1,900 because you need a new tooth and an implant. Get out of here.
Somebody asking that, will your arm, can you do with your hand? You only have one side that's short. Would you be able to do the suicide knob with the other hand?
With my little hand?
Your full hand.
My full hand. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have any problem with it. I mean, it's more dominant hand. It is my dominant hand, not more dominant.
It is the hand.
It is the hand that does everything that I needed to.
Everything.
Everything. Think about that. I only use the little
Don't
one
think
on
about
special
that.
occasions. I'm just
We don't
saying.
want to think about that.
Only after a night of drinking.
Right. Stranger, here we come.
And a weight on my back.
Thank God we're not hooked up to that AI. That can.
But yeah, I probably could use one. And just, once again, I ride my bikes everywhere I go. So what do I need the stinking car for unless it's wintertime?
It's a great text. Acme wheel alignment, best in Tulsa, $60. Like, I'm like, oh, you $60, stupid, do it. 10
I know. He's
Yeah,
like,
right.
$10
to go to the 10.
Furthermore, Susan, I've learned from cartoons not to trust anything from Acme.
All right, we got to take a break. We want to know from you. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors could be yours. BMMS space, and what the answer is to that question. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? To the phone number 82945.
Tulsa's Morning Show.
And you went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like, what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, I mean, you're
I mean,
not
let's
really
be real
cheating
as
at
a
that
man.
point, are you, Scott? You're not.
Well,
Mhm.
until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her
let's
with a
be
pineapple
real.
in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too,
All
guys.
right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation. Fruit.
I hear that, like, well, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's gonna be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
Yeah.
Right, because that's our routine now.
No,
That's where we're at.
no, I'm don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about 1:45ish.
Oh,
You find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I gotta be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just gonna be on crumbs. Listener email, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans,
I
Corbin.
made a
You
stupid
better
mistake
get users.
and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. She's told me it's over. But I have to try. What can I do to get her or to give our marriage a second chance? Lindsay.
Okay, so he already did the most awful thing he could have done, and that was cheat. But he was honest. So he's got that going for him at least. And if he wants to work things out, he's going to have to take the blame and take whatever is coming to him. If she is pissed, let her be pissed and just take it. Take the anger and just wait it out and see what she wants to do. The ball is absolutely 100% in her court. So whatever she wants, she gets at this point. If you want to stay in this marriage, if she wants to go through therapy, then you guys are going to go to counseling together. If she wants just you to go to counseling, then you're going to have to go to counseling because the ball is absolutely 100% in her court.
Gimpy.
Yeah, man, there's really nothing you can do, honestly. Just sit back and take your lumps as they are. All right. If she wants it to work, she'll figure it out. She's gonna be mad AF for a long time. And you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with being boring. There's not gonna be any time going out with the boys or going out and doing what else, And if you can't handle that, then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and I'm going to go home and then I'll come back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's nothing really you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry. I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work. You made a giant mistake and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer. It's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. And when you go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage, you got to be honest. You est the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, but why beg someone to be with you? The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid when you're visiting someone's home, like things you shouldn't do, right?
Okay.
Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm shocked.
If a picture is crooked hanging on the wall, I'll straighten it.
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
Nope.
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I love snooping around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right. Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one, overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah,
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you
time to
show up
go.
at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down
Yeah.
and start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right.
everything.
Or don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No?
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? Do you expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still,
Mhm.
you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
Even
my
a
appetite.
dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. Rocklahoma has been announced. We did it on Monday. Godsmack, Rob Zombie, Pantera, Limp Bizkit, Chevelle, a ton of bands are playing Labor Day weekend. Everything you need is at KMOD.com. Right now, though, we're going to play a game because Gimpy and I want to give you tickets to this. Lindsay does not. You have to beat her in a little trivia contest. It's not about getting them right, though. It's about who can get closest to the answer. We call it the numbers game. 918-460-KMOD. 918-460-KMOD. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Josh.
Josh, how are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good, Josh. What category do you want? Numbers, percentages, or averages?
Percentages.
Percentages it is. It's 5 questions. Gimpy's got them. Just answer them the best that you can. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
All right, Josh. What percentage of people associate the word comforting when they think of pie?
Let's say 67%.
67%. Josh, what percentage of Americans prefer apple pie?
Let's say 72%.
72. All right, Josh, what percentage of Americans prefer a banana cream pie?
32%.
32, he says. Josh, what percentage of Americans eat pie for breakfast?
Let's say 17%.
17%. All right, Josh, last one here. What percentage of Americans want their friends and family to bring pie when they come over?
Let's say 81%.
81%. All right.
It's a big number, dude. Lindsay's coming back in. She's getting the same 5 questions. Percentages is the category. Tickets for Rocklahoma are on the line. Are you ready, Lindsay?
Yes.
Lindsay, what percentage of people associate the word comforting when they think of pie?
Oh, we'll say 40%.
40%, she says. All right. Lindsay, what percentage of Americans prefer apple pie?
Ooh, 75%.
75%. All right, Lindsay. What percentage of Americans prefer a banana cream pie?
45%.
Okay. Lindsay, what percentage of Americans eat pie for breakfast?
Gimpy,
What?
I think only 15%.
15%. Last one here, Lindsay. What percentage of Americans want their friends and family to bring pie when they come over?
30%.
30%.
How do you think she did there,
All
Josh?
right.
Fairly close.
All right, Gimpy, let's find out question 1.
The question is, what percentage of people associate the word comforting when they think of pie? Josh said 67%. Lindsay said 40%. And the answer is 47%.
Lindsay got that one right. Do you guys feel like pie's comforting?
I think it's a comfort food, probably.
It may be a comfort food, but that's not the question.
Right. I don't feel at ease when I think of the word pie of any kind.
Pie and cake are not in the same category in terms of
No.
comfort.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, question 2. Lindsay's up 1-0.
Question is, what percentage of Americans prefer apple pie? Josh said 72%. Lindsay said 75% because it's as American as apple pie. Well, the answer is 19%.
Y'all brainwashed. That is not a big pie, man.
Wow.
Right.
Josh got that one right. It's tied 1-1. Now, Josh, you need 2 more to get those tickets to Rocklahoma. Question 3.
Well, the question is, what percentage of Americans prefer a banana cream pie? Josh said 32% of them like the cream. Lindsay said 45% of them like the cream pie. And the answer is really just 10%
Yeah,
of
you
Americans.
guys are delusional. Nearly half the people want banana cream pie.
It's good.
Josh is up 2-1. Question 4.
Question number 4. What percentage of Americans eat pie for breakfast? Josh said 17%. Lindsay said 15%. The fact of it is, 35% of Americans eat pie for
That
breakfast.
is shocking. Congratulations,
Wow.
Josh. You're going to Rocklahoma, man.
Yes.
Awesome, dude. Have you ever been?
Yes. I haven't been in a couple of years, but yes, me and my wife usually go as like a little mini vacation.
Dude, well, you're going to get... That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you could get that vacation in. You'll be going for free this year. I just need you to hang on the line so Gimpy can confirm your info, okay?
Sounds good. Thank
He's
you.
high-fiving his wife.
Love you
That's
guys.
awesome. We love
Slam
you,
her
man.
on the ass, one of them.
Yeah, some sort of skin was hitting skin there.
Yeah.
All right, so he got that question 5.
Last one here. What percentage of Americans want their friends and family to bring pie when they come over? Josh said damn near everyone. 81%. Lindsay said, no, not so much, 30%. And the answer is 29%.
Yeah, Lindsay got that one right.
Mhm.
If I'm saying, hey, what dessert should I bring? Like they're asking me, pie ain't it.
No, man.
Unless it's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Sure.
Some kind of holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever.
Right, some sort of indoctrined holiday that I have to bring, like turkey, like things that people expect. Unless you ask me to bring a pie,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't bringing a pie.
Cookies or something, like assorted cookies or something like that. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, only because I think pie is so polarizing.
Yeah.
People some people don't like apple pie. At least you two don't think that, but some people don't like apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like peach pie. Some people don't like it's not like cake or cookies.
Right.
Very rarely it's chocolate or vanilla. It's chocolate chip or oatmeal. Like
Right.
very few people hate those where they won't eat one.
Right.
But if there's a cherry pie, you may be like, I don't like fruit pies.
Right. Blueberry, lemon
Ooh.
meringue. Yeah.
Yum, lemon meringue.
Favorite pie?
Probably a good lemon meringue
Yeah.
or key lime pie with the meringue.
Okay.
Oh, yum.
Gimpy.
Pecan. Yeah, pecan pie is good.
It is. Are you one that loves like a good gelatinous, or do you want just kind of a even, like not a ton, and then the pecans on top?
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about? Because sometimes that jelly filling is like massive.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Man. Sometimes it can be too much and it's too sweet for me. So if I can get a fair half and half, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that likes a whole lot of that gelatinous filling. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just too much.
Yeah. A good apple crumble, though.
Yeah.
No. Well, now is that a pie?
An apple crumble pie.
Oh, okay.
So it's the apple pie, but then the crumble on top.
You got to crumble. Like, oh, yeah.
But I'm telling you, sour cream raisin pie. Hereford House in Claremore.
Okay.
So good. It sounds gross. I get it. But it is awesome. It isn't white. It's like tastes like an oatmeal cookie.
Okay.
It's so good.
Delicious.
All right, we got to take a break. We want to know from you, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors could be yours. BMMS and what that is to 82945.
I'm going to go with the flamingo.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if it tastes like shrimp.
Yeah. Flamingo or
That's
Roadrunner.
true.
One of the two.
Yeah, why not? That sounds fine. Penguin. I'm down for some penguin.
Oh, yeah. Some fricassee penguin.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it getting. I mean, it's cold. It's right there on the ice.
Right.
Who doesn't? Some good penguin. Yum. I'm going to name some dishes. You give me a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awesome
Okay.
and 0 being pass.
Okay.
Okay? Lindsay, you're in on this too.
Okay.
Could be an
Let's
awesome,
start.
zero
Let's
being
start
a-
basic,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Lindsay.
Oh, 10.
Okay. Gimpy.
3.
Okay. Fettuccine Alfredo. You can
10.
You can say 10.
Could I say 11?
Gimpy?
Oh.
What kind? Is it seafood or is it chicken?
This is just the cheese. This is
Just
no
the
chicken. No.
sauce
Yeah.
and noodles?
Yeah.
0.
Okay. Manicotti. So manicotti, for those who don't know, it's a ricotta. It's mostly the time it's a ricotta-based filled noodle.
Big ol' honking noodle too.
It's a 6 for me.
Okay.
That's a 0 for me, dog.
Okay. Stuffed shells.
6.
Okay. Gimpy.
2. 2,
Wow.
if that. I'm struggling for a 2, bro.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
3.
Wow. Gimpy.
Who's making it?
Whoever your favorites is.
It's even my mom's lasagna. That would like rank like a 2 or 3 for me, and that's because it's mom's. So lasagna, just in general,
Yeah.
that's a 1.
Chicken Parmesan. Or sorry, chicken Parmigiana.
9.
Never had it.
What?
Crazy.
It feels crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 0 for me, dog.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Chicken. Oh my gosh.
Is it the eggplant and the?
Nope.
That
nut?
one's good too.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata is the lemon chicken. I know. It's lemon.
Yeah, 7.
That's 0.
Oh my God.
Like we went to that fancy Italian place for the boss that what was it last week, his lunch or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu, I was like,
Mondo's great Italian restaurant.
Mondo's, I respect them and what they do. It's just Italian is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places that's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's toast. Most of the time, it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil. And
Yes,
stuff.
the extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. Which actually his name was Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize it.
Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1,
Tortellini,
4.
2.
peppers and onions.
That's it. Like no sausage to put them on,
It's
or
sausage,
anything?
peppers, and onions. It's typically
But like a
4.
bun, you know? I mean, I guess with the sausage, peppers, and onions, I give it like a 3, 4, maybe even.
fettuccine carbonara,
What's the carbonara part?
bacon.
Oh.
That's a 5.
What?
1.
Eggplant parmigiana,
Yeah, that's 8.
That's a big 0 for me, homie.
meatball sub,
Oh, God.
5.
This is getting worse and worse the further we go down. 0, man. That stuff is too messy. It doesn't eat well. You have to have a fork to eat a sandwich. I think that's retarded.
Oh, I like it. Gnocchi.
What? Huh? Oh, okay. I've had that come in like a Hello Fresh or something like that once. And I was like, what is this? What is this garbage?
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Lindsay.
5.
0.
Oh my gosh.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when it comes to like the Big Ten of restaurants and foods and stuff, Italian's at the bottom of that list for me, man.
Somebody texted in and said, you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Skytook. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Skytook. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like, it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
Right. I worked there after college and their 5 cheese pasta, adding chicken to it was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious, just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really, 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 really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's going to be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Well, Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short
food.
short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
I like Young Sheldon way more than The Big Bang Theory.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to call the HR department.
Why? Big Bang Theory is a giant turd.
That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Young Sheldon it's not the greatest, but it's better than Big Bang Theory.
I am so disappointed in you right now. You've done some things that are pretty crazy, and this might be the most disappointing thing I've ever heard you say.
He was the executive producer of Cowboys and Aliens.
I feel like you and I run in succession on a lot of things, but this Young Sheldon thing has got me twisted.
Have you ever watched an episode?
I've watched enough to go, no.
If I gun to my head, you got to choose one, Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. I'm going to choose Young Sheldon, man.
No, I'm still a no. I'll pick Big Bang.
Just shoot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, but
Kaylee Cuoco.
But everything else about that show negates her hotness.
I can turn it down.
It doesn't matter. You still got all those other dorks.
Doesn't matter.
David from Roseanne and, the old Sheldon. And I'm just like, yeah.
Her and David are the best characters on that show.
I'll give you that. But for the most part, the show is.
By the way, there's some people right now just so twisted up. I didn't pick the Bazing guy or whatever.
Whatever.
I don't even know his name.
I never watched either one of those.
I find that shocking.
Yeah. I pick Roseanne over either one of those.
I figured you would be in that market there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you're off a couple decades with Roseanne.
Or the Connors. I'll watch the Connors over.
Again,
either
I think the
one.
Connors came way late, like almost at the very end
Oh,
Yeah.
the Big Bang?
of Big Bang. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one that she was on with John Ritter.
Oh,
yeah.
Parents?
No.
Rules dating my teenage
Yes,
daughter, something
yes.
like that. 16
Nice.
rules to dating my teenage daughter
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Had Peggy Bundy in it as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know that show either.
Yeah, that one was good. Because she played the blonde daughter that you like from
Yeah.
Big Bang. She played his daughter on that.
8 Simple Rules was the
Yes,
name
that
of
was
it.
it.
He
And
doubled
I had to check it. That was a good
16.
series. That was a good
36
series.
rules.
It was.
How many rules you need to date your teenage daughter is,
Yeah.
arbitrary. This
Infinite.
guy needed 8. I need like 32.
8. What were the rules of the show for dating the
I
daughter?
don't think they ever said.
I don't either.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they ever said.
Come on.
No, I don't think they ever did.
There had to have been. There had to have been rules, right?
Surely. All right. Here we go. All right.
That you found it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it had to have been
There
widely
actually
known.
were.
There's a wiki here, so give me just a minute
Okay.
because it says something like bring her home before midnight or something like that.
To me, if you name a show that, it's gotta. There better be at some point you play that out,
Mm.
right? You know,
Right.
Smallville, the TV show Smallville took place
All right.
in Smallville, right?
Sure.
Roseanne, it was about Roseanne,
Mm.
right? They had to rename it the Connors because Roseanne wasn't on it anymore.
That's right.
Like, you can't get in here, you racist bitch. All right, so here's the rules. 8 simple rules for dating my teenage daughter.
From the show.
From the show.
Okay.
Use your hands on my daughter and you'll lose them after. That's rule number 1.
John Ritter is hardly that guy.
Right?
Really.
He might be the nicest character ever on any show, ever.
But that's what they want us to believe.
I think only
What?
one time he played a character that was really bad, evil.
Okay.
He mostly was the good golly gee guy.
Wow, even on Problem Child, he was
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah. He was like, he could have been on the SNL. Like he was a, what do they call it when a comedian, they like hurt themselves and stuff like that? He's that type of comedian.
Okay. Like Chris Farley was,
Chris
where
Farley,
he'd fall over on tables and it wouldn't bother him any at all.
Yeah.
But that's what they want you to believe. Maybe deep down inside, he's really just a mean
Sure,
asshole.
who he is off screen is yeah, but we're talking about the character.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The character is like, oh, we're such a nice guy or whatever, 99% of the time, but you get that 1% that's never shown.
But
you know,
it's kind of like when Kevin Hart threatens you, you go, come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't know he's this badass muscle guy.
right. All right. So number 2, you make her cry, I make you cry.
Again, not on brand with John Ritter.
Number 3, safe sex is a myth. Anything you try will be hazardous to your health.
That's just bad parenting. That's just, I mean, they're going to have sex, right? So now you're turning them away from practicing safe sex.
Right now they're going to do it just to spite you,
Yeah.
Dad.
Well, it's not safe.
He's going to raw dog it just to spite your dad.
God, that word is so awesome. I hate it and love it at the same time.
All right. So number 4, you're looking at bring her home late. There's no next date. Notice how everything rhymes with these rules.
That's on John Ritter brand.
Yeah. Number 5, if you pull into my driveway and honk, you better be dropping off a package because you're sure not picking up anything else.
Who delivers stuff to your house? Who delivers stuff in honks?
I don't know.
No one.
Usually they knock on
No,
the door.
no one.
Ring a doorbell.
For us,
something like
DoorDash,
Right.
Domino's in the time like that. No, that's not a
Sure.
thing.
that. It says alternative rule number 5, only delivery men honk, dates ring the doorbell once. That was his alternative to the number 5.
Okay.
Honking.
Oh, okay.
All right, so number 6, no complaining while you're waiting for her. If you're bored, change my oil. Change, not check.
Mm.
I don't know. If you know who John Ritter was, he might mean.
He
Something
did play a
completely
little
different.
fruity fruit on Three's Company.
Word?
At least to Mr. Furley, Mr. Roper, he
They
was.
believed
he
supposed to be.
was, exactly.
Yeah. Number 7, if your pants hang off your hips, I'll gladly secure them with my staple gun.
Mm.
What
Yes.
a dick.
Assault.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, not on brand.
Nope.
Turned over 4 of the guys, and they had them like the shirt pulled over their, and they were in like their underwear or shorts, and their hands bound behind their backs.
Oh, geez.
And I could only imagine they're like, What do you mean you got Americans? No. What are you doing?
Jesus,
And,
man.
and leave a note because I hear that's the right thing to do.
Well, we got to tell them we didn't. We're real sorry.
Right.
It was we're doing our cartel stuff, and they kind of step. Ow! And I got a new guy. He doesn't know.
See, even cartel struggle, man.
Yeah, people be people.
People be people. China's Xi secures a third term as president. About 3,000 members of China's National People's Congress voted unanimously Friday to re-elect Xi as for another 5-year term. There were no other candidates, and the vote was over in 15 minutes. He did away with presidential term limits in 2018. That's one of those.
I wonder if I'm going to win.
Right, exactly. I wonder how he got that one. Let's see here. West Virginia is asking the Supreme Court to weigh in on its new law prohibiting transgender athletes in women's sports. The state's Save Women's Sports Act bans male student athletes who identify as female from playing on girls' school sports teams. The ACLU successfully argued for an injunction against the law. And then lastly here, Cherokee Nation's hosting a mobile job fair through March and April. The Cherokee Nation Career Services is partnering with the Cherokee Nation Human Resources to host a job fair with open positions at the nation. The events will be held in the tribe's mobile training labs, and staff will be able to assist in the application process. The mobile job fairs will be held on various different dates and places between March 13th through April 13th. So find the bus, get a job.
All right, let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
Retired NBA star Sean Kemp has been released from jail and won't be charged in a drive-by shooting incident in Tacoma, Washington. Law enforcement has announced. Police say an altercation between two carloads of people led to shots being fired Wednesday afternoon. No injuries were reported in the incident. Kemp's attorneys told ESPN that Kemp's car was broken into and numerous items were stolen, including an iPhone, which Kemp was able to track down. He approached the vehicle and was fired upon, returning fire in self-defense. The investigation is still ongoing. In a widely distributed video earlier this week, Jake Paul was seen being confronted by Floyd Mayweather and his entourage after a Miami Heat game. And when things got heated, the outnumbered Paul made a run for it. Apparently, now that he's stopped running, Paul is having his say. Paul explained on Instagram that he wasn't going to get into a fight while he was largely outnumbered, but would be happy to settle his differences with Mayweather inside the ring. The pair's beef goes back to 2021 when Paul grabbed Mayweather's hat at a press conference event.
That's what he did.
Prior to Mayweather's boxing match with Jake's brother Logan. Floyd Mayweather and 50 dudes pull up out of nowhere, out of some side alley, waiting for me outside of the stadium.
Oh, Jesus,
Paul
like
said.
West Side Story.
Yeah, and they're like, so what's up? What's all that talk now? I'm like, first of all, what did I say to you, Floyd? I just took your hat and you're still mad about it? Come on, bro. Then 50 dudes literally start surrounding me to try to jump me. I'm out of there. Floyd, you want to run it one-on-one? No problem. But I'm not dumb. I'm tough. I don't need to prove my toughness, but I'm not dumb. I'm not going to sit there and try to fight 50 dudes.
He's
He's
not trying to beat off 50 dudes, yeah.
So he called Floyd a hoe. He says, you're mad because I took your hat. Are you serious? Get over it, bro. Move on. He says, should it come to blows in the ring or not? Paul is a pretty good boxer with just one loss to Tommy Fury in a split decision last month.
All right. So don't ever fall for anything the Paul brothers do.
Mm-hmm.
They're good marketers, right?
That is true.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all this is. The amount of security around.
Mm-hmm.
You think Floyd Mayweather, I mean, we'll put to the side, this is a 50-year-old man that needs to come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think he's going to jeopardize or go to prison or get charged
right,
because someone took his hat? Come on. It makes no sense. The amount of security both people have around them
Mm-hmm.
is insane.
Well, did he
It
have
isn't like the Paul brother was walking out like, derp, what a good game, we won.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And then he got surrounded by a bunch of people. He also had his entourage.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't run away. I saw the video. He didn't run away like Scooby doing it out of there,
Mm-hmm.
right? He just ran to put distance between them two. But
Pussy.
it's a stupid video. It looks so staged.
It keeps them in the light, keeps us talking about them.
Yeah, they're testing the market
Mhm.
to see if a fight would do well.
Right.
By the way, Floyd ain't going to fight. It would be an exhibition,
Oh, yeah.
right? Floyd is not going to put his undefeated record
Mhm.
on the line.
Mhm.
He ain't doing
For a
it.
YouTuber.
For this guy, he
Mhm.
ain't doing it. He's not a dumb guy. He can't read,
I was
but
just
he's
gonna
not
say,
a dumb guy.
he might not be able to
Listen,
read.
just because you can't read doesn't mean you're dumb.
Right. He's got street smarts.
I know plenty of people that can't read, but are really smart business people.
Mhm.
Or he's got a smart agent.
I
Either
mean,
way.
Floyd, he makes wise decisions for his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's done okay post-fight career.
Yeah.
Making a ton of money. But don't ever think the Paul brothers, if you see it online, it is nothing.
Yeah.
They're trying to market.
And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great. Just when you thought there was one roaming around, we'll come to find out now you got two of them roaming around.
Or if it's
And you got one, and there's the other one still on the loose. Well, how many goddamn serial killers are out there just roaming around?
Or they announced that he can go. He can go free.
Right. Yeah.
What if you were wronging that guy
Mhm.
and he's not a serial killer?
Uh-huh.
Or, oh my gosh, he is a serial killer. And you're like, I know him. We got in an argument over the rice-a-roni.
Oof. I consider myself lucky then.
He comes into my diner. I serve him coffee every day.
Totally going to be those people.
Good.
There are plenty of times I've been out on a lake and we stop,
Mhm.
against a rock or whatever. Excuse me. And people get out and climb and then jump while we're waiting. I'm like, you're crazy.
Even just that water enema. No thanks. The water going up, that hurts.
I don't
Does
think
that
that's
happen?
ever actually
Yes.
physically happened to
I don't
me.
know if that's a thing.
I've jumped
Yeah.
off of a lot of things and into some bodies of water, but that thing's pretty well watertight.
It's painful.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever heard this happen. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you've jumped and received a rather substantial amount of water enter your body.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It happened when we went to Skytook and we jumped off of the little cliffs. And it happened to my husband, and he said it was very painful. It happened to me when I jumped, and then when I landed, I got the biggest welt and bruise on the side of my leg.
Well,
and
what
all
does
the
that
way
have
up
to do
my
with the
hip.
water?
It all hurts.
So hitting the water hurts.
Yes.
Okay, you know what an
Yes.
enema is, right?
Yes.
What is an
And
enema?
that-
I
when
need
the
to
water
hold on.
shoots up? Yes.
What is an enema?
The water entering
Your butt.
your butt.
butt.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay,
But
Mhm.
because you're talking about a couple different things,
Mhm.
and I just want to make sure we're understanding your story
Mhm.
correctly. Because
Mhm.
you're talking about bruises and the water hurts when you hit it.
Mhm.
That I'll agree with 100%.
Yes.
But an enema, water entering your butt,
Uh-huh.
that's a new story to me. I've never heard of such a thing. And you're saying you and your husband, this has happened to you.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Hit the water just right. That's what happens.
Are you sitting as you jump into the water?
Yeah, right.
And pushing out?
you land just yes, exactly.
Yeah, but come on. Unless you're, jumping with your cheeks spread open, there ain't no way. And even then, it just ain't gonna happen. That thing's watertight for a reason.
That's what it feels like. It hurt.
Best had a kick-ass bonfire and cookout. Yeah.
Hooray!
Worse, got bit by a snake yesterday. I'm on my legs all effed up.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, if you got bit by a snake,
Damn it.
do you need to go have it, was it poisonous?
Nah,
Yeah.
man. You have somebody suck it out.
I thought you pee on it.
Isn't it? No, that's
No.
jellyfish.
Oh,
Jellyfish.
you don't want me on site.
He's been bit by a snake. Hurry up, pee on his leg. What are you doing?
Why are you laughing, Corbin? This is serious. Is it?
Stepped on a jellyfish. Hurry up, suck his feet.
I mean, if your leg's all messed up,
Yeah,
don't you need to go to the doctor?
you would imagine.
Even if it wasn't poison and just like slashed your leg up, wouldn't you need stitches?
I don't know. I mean, they're just fangs. They're just 4 little puncture holes. So it's not like it was attacked by a mountain lion where it could have taken a chunk out.
Would 4 puncture holes be quoted as messed up? I wouldn't. That feels pretty dramatic
I
for
think it's
puncture
pretty
holes.
dramatic, but I mean, if it gets infected, that's one thing you got to look at too, because I don't know exactly how sanitary a snake's mouth is.
I mean, it's not if it's infected, you need to go to a doctor.
Yes.
Sure.
Sepsis is intimate.
Yes. Poisonous or not, if I get bitten by a snake, I'm going to the ER. Doesn't matter.
Are
man.
you?
Yeah. Oh, I would for sure. For sure. I would.
No. Here's how I see it going out, and then you tell me how it would go out. I'm saying that you get bit by a snake, you'd be like, it's fine. You would wait till it was damn near the oval, if you circled it, would be like over your leg. You're like, sprayed Windex on it. It's fine.
Yeah, I poured some liquor on it.
Here's the thing. I'll put some alcohol on it for sure. But I don't know. I like snakes, and I know there's a way to tell if they're poisonous or not, but I'm not taking that chance. So I think if a snake, unless it's like a garter snake, something to that effect, okay, then I'm like, it'll be fine.
Well, they don't bite.
Right.
If you text in the word messed up, I'm implying that your leg looks like hamburger meat,
Oh, yeah.
or it's swollen up, ungodly.
Yeah.
Which either way, you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You need some anti-venom.
Something with a Schlin in it.
And if that makes me a beta, so be it. I like walking.
Right.
I like walking.
That's fair.
Do you get to call into work and say, I got bit by a snake, I need the day off?
Yeah.
If your leg is all jacked up or messed up, I guess we should say.
Hold on. What's the difference between jacked up and messed up?
Well, not much. Just a
Jacked up, I can't walk on it for sure.
Right.
Messed up, it doesn't look good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So definitely not going in if it's jacked up. Probably not going in if it's messed up. If it hurts to put any kind of pressure on it when you walk and you have to hop everywhere you go.
Okay.
Big difference.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. Gimpy, you're the injured party.
Yeah.
Ring. Hello, Bob's Manufacturing.
Hey, Bob. I got a problem.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it in today.
And we really counted on you. We had a lot of drywall that needed to be delivered.
I understand, and I'm sorry to be the one that has to do this, but I got bit by a snake over the weekend at a bonfire.
I don't want to hear about your extracurriculars. Chad, get in here.
Listen, sir. I'm being serious this time. And I got bit by a snake. I don't know what kind of snake. I didn't ask for its identification, but I was bit by a snake, and my leg's all messed up now, and I just don't think I can make it in.
I mean, if you feel like a little gardener snake is going to put you on the sidelines.
It was bigger than a garter snake.
Yeah, you were looking at it. Then why'd you let it bite you?
I was playing with it.
Hey, guys, Chad won't be in because he was playing with the snake and it bit him.
Yeah, better than the last time when it spit in my eye.
Yeah. How many days off you get?
I mean, my whole thing is you said delivered, so you're going to be sitting. And he's like, if you have to put pressure on the leg and you like, if it's a standing job, I get it.
Yeah, but when you call in and you're. Well, good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD is the phone number. You can also text. That's Bmms, and then what you want to say to 82945. Good morning. I'm Corbin. To my right is Lindsay. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning. Chuck Norris is 83 today. Did you know the Grand Canyon was created the first time Chuck Norris blew out his birthday candles?
Ba-doom.
Thank you for that.
Good morning, Gimby.
Morning, Corbin. Hey, I am going to be on a party bus for St. Patrick's Day next Friday. And if you want to join me, just hit up the contest page, KMOD.com.
All right. Don't forget, we're giving away beer, too. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors could be yours. Bmms and what that is to 82945. It's time for Cucked. This is a weekly Plinko game, if you will, that we play. And we drop things down into the Plinko board, and they land in slots that have all types of items of the drinking descent.
Ish. The mayonnaise is the only one, yeah. But, yeah, for the most part.
And then you have to drop your chip, and wherever it falls, you get an ounce of that. And then you drop your other chips. So you have quite the little mixture going. One slot is labeled Cucked. If it lands on that, the whole game completely stops. And no one else has to go. If there's anyone left, you have to answer 3 questions. Try to get at least 2 of them right. If you do, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. No one else has to do anything. You guys get screwed. If not, if you get more than, if you can't get 2 right, then you've got to do a shot of everything.
Lindsay,
mixed together.
Have you manifested anything about this game today?
Well, I'm hoping that I haven't seen what he placed on the board yet. I'm hoping there's a bunch of alcohol on there to numb my fingers.
So I randomly pulled items to fill the slots. I've got cheap beer.
Okay.
Chocolate milk.
Not horrible.
Olive oil. Syrup.
All right.
Coffee concentrate.
No.
Then Cucked. Then white wine vinegar.
Oh, wow.
Then cherry juice.
Oh, damn.
Tart.
Yeah.
Cherry juice.
Yeah. This is not a very nice board this week.
No.
Yeah.
It's awful.
The only alcohol we have on there is the cheap beer.
No.
Is that really considered alcohol? Huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, 5.5.
So I got cucked last week because Lindsay wished upon it happening. The only joy that came out of me getting cucked was you 2 had already gone.
Right.
So you guys didn't get that benefit. That's
Right.
the only thing. So I will draw to see who goes first this week for cucked. And the first person going is... What? The tides
Oh
have
my
turned,
goodness.
bitches.
See, that's what happens when you get cucked, man.
So I will go first. What am I going to say? What could I possibly say? Because I didn't try for cuck last week.
No.
Right, exactly.
I did all the way to the right.
And you got it anyway. And it has moved 1 space closer. And it's not like the majority of the board is a good end anyway.
Yeah. I want a double of chocolate milk. I want a double of beer.
Mhm.
I'll take a double of syrup. I'll take a double of cherry juice.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
That tart cherry juice. Huh?
I'll do chocolate and cherry juice.
That sounds like it'd be all right. Yeah,
chocolate-covered cherry.
I'll do cheap beer
Delish.
and cherry juice.
Okay.
I'll do syrup and cherry juice.
Okay. What about white wine vinegar and cherry juice?
No,
That's an
thanks.
okay combination.
You think so?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better than a double of white wine vinegar.
That is a true statement.
It's better than white wine vinegar and coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll drop my first chip. I'm staying on the right. I just am.
Makes sense.
I'm just playing the odds. So all the way to the right. It's going down. It's moving over.
landed cup.
No. Syrup.
All right.
Dude.
Got me worried for a second.
Dude, I don't know if you could hear all the air get sucked out of the room from the tightness of my ass. Because it went.
Yep.
That freaked me out for just a second.
A little bit.
But it landed in syrup for my first one. And so I'm just going to drop it in the same spot and hope for a double of syrup.
Okay.
Even syrup and olive oil, I don't think will be that bad. It will still separate out. And by the way, this isn't Aunt Jemima we got.
No, this
Gimpy,
is...
Gimpy, let you tell him. He'll tell you in a second. But this is like the good stuff. This is like the stuff you would get at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
If that's what you consider the good stuff.
Real maple syrup.
All the way down on the right. Here we go. It's dropping down. It's staying to the right. And it landed. Olive oil.
Bummer.
Olive oil. Listen, after last week, it's fine.
Yeah.
After last week of getting everything, olive oil and syrup is fine.
Okay.
It does not bother me. At least none of it's incredibly acidic.
Yeah. You got that going for you.
Holy separation, Batman.
Yeah. Let's see. At least it's not too offensive. Oh, yeah.
I can literally see the second layer.
Yeah, it sure did. It separated good too. So you're going to get that good coating of olive oil. And then the syrup, it's not thick like Aunt Jemima is, whatever. This is Crown maple syrup. I found it at Walmart and I use it to baste my ham when I'm smoking a ham. And it is delicious.
Yeah, at least you're going to finish sweet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stir it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stir it. Yeah, try to get it to, I'm going to stir it and then and then take it back.
Okay.
I'll do the thing and then take it back.
It's your shot. You can do it however you want. If you want to lick it out of there like a cat, we'll let you do it.
One shot, one chance.
That's it. Come on. Come on, B-Rabbit. You got it.
Yeah. What are you owing, Lindsay?
I don't know. I think that I would have probably just left as is just to finish sweet and had that.
Yeah. But as this syrup is not near as thick as like some other syrups or whatever, that'll still help thin it out a little bit because, you know, the oil is a lot thinner than the syrup is. So I think it'll help thin it out and go down a little bit smoother.
Stirring it was like convincing you to go to the dentist.
That bad, huh?
Waste of my damn time.
I just say, nope, I'm going back to the top.
Waste of my damn time. Yeah. Okay. Olive oil, syrup, cooked for Corbin. Here I go.
Oh, his eyes lit up a little bit. Like he kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts? What you thinking, man?
Oh, wow.
I imagine it's like super sweet, right? Because it's syrup, maple syrup.
Nine out of 10 would recommend.
Really?
Didn't even taste the olive oil.
Okay. Not even like the texture. Didn't even feel it. No greasiness or nothing.
I did for a second.
Okay.
But the syrup's heavier.
Okay.
So it just bullied the olive oil out of the way.
Okay.
And then it was just a shot of syrup.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my lips are really soft now. 9 out of 10 would recommend. Faux show.
Okay.
I won. I just won.
Yeah.
Good on you.
You didn't get cucked, so that's good.
I just didn't give it a 10 because I'm not a believer that you just hand 10s out for whatever.
Yeah.
I think that I'm not sure what would have made it better. Pancakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Pancakes would have made it better.
Waffles.
Dude, Belgian waffles. I don't know how anyone would hate a Belgian waffle.
man.
Why would you get a
I'm
regular
telling
waffle and not a Belgian waffle?
Racists.
Dude.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Well, good for you.
So because I went and I drew, I get to go again. So I'm going to draw who's going next. And it looks like it's going to be Lindsay.
All right.
Look at that.
So Gibby will go last this time. What are you thinking, Lindsay?
I'm kind of hoping that I get the same thing you did. Because you made it.
I sold it so good, huh?
You did sell it.
What if
really
I'm
good,
tricking you?
I know. I thought of that too.
Yeah,
I have some diabolical tendencies in me.
But thinking of that, we mentioned the Belgian waffle, and I'm like, oh, that's
Not tentacles.
So yeah, either that or a double chocolate milk wouldn't suck.
Yeah.
I don't think the syrup and chocolate milk would be a bad idea.
No.
Oh.
No, the syrup, when we did this, we were like, oh, okay, because it's a thin syrup. It's still a syrup.
Yeah.
So it still bullies whatever else is in the glass.
I'm still gonna stay farthest right as possible. Chocolate milk it is. All right.
I think you've gotten chocolate milk every week. I think you've gotten it every week.
No. Maybe when it's on the maybe.
It's been on the board since we came back. You have gotten chocolate milk, I think every week.
Well,
I'm not complaining. I'm congratulating you.
Thank you very much.
So chocolate milk now, what do you want?
A double of chocolate milk because I don't think chocolate milk mixes very well with anything.
Okay.
So I'll take a chance of that.
Same spot,
double.
dropping it down.
Oh man,
And it landed in coffee. That's not bad. I don't think that's bad. I think I love a good mocha, right? I love mocha chocolate cake. Chocolate and coffee go together. They are two ingredients that are happy together. Now, again, this is concentrated coffee, but it isn't straight coffee, right? It isn't that and something. I think these two are going to work well together.
You're probably right, but this coffee is extremely strong.
Yeah, it's
and
concentrated.
jolty, and it did give me the shakes. Was it last weekend when I drank it? It did.
I thought you were fine. I didn't notice anything abnormal.
I mean, when
Right. It's wish you went home and cleaned the entire house.
Yes, I should have done my popcorn ceilings last
Right.
week
Yeah.
for sure.
So Lindsay has gone and it landed in chocolate milk and coffee for cucked.
Yeah.
And so she's got it in her little shot glass, 1 ounce of each.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Don't really taste the chocolate much, but
The coffee was so overpowering. Huh?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's okay. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. I'll recommend if you
Would
have to
recommend?
have, yeah,
Okay.
if you have to have your coffee concentrate.
Coffee shot.
Yeah, if you have to have your shot of coffee, put some chocolate milk in there to kind of dull it.
Did it dull it out
Yeah.
compared to when you had coffee last time?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It was I'll take that as a win, I guess. It would
Okay.
have been a lot worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the idea that Cucked has handed out wins already twice this morning.
Yes.
Will it hand out a third win to Gimpy, or will he also get cucked? Is March going to continue to act like a lion
Right.
when it comes to the cuck board? We want to know from you what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for. A case of Coors could be yours. Bmms and you all right?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
You
I'm
just made a
empty
face-
I'm empty stomached.
You
this
made a
morning.
facial expression and then so clearly something's going on.
I'm empty stomached, and so I just feel like I feel like a little. I got ibuprofen in me, water, and now a giant jolt of coffee.
Oh, you'll be feeling good for a little
So-
while.
I hope so.
Yeah.
BMMS and what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for. A case of Coors could be yours. BMMS and whatever that is to 82945. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show.
It's so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the health center. Supreme Heights, Day Spa
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8 to 5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, Day
Corbin.
Spa Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch, Tulsa, Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6 to 8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, the Merry Mind, Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, the Relax Station, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9 to 6. Path to Wellness, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh, yeah. Was that the
wellness.
problem?
No, I thought it said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is a day spa.
Mm.
You're still in the lead, 9 to 6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
Spa or Dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
We're looking at 9 to 7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Stonebrook, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9 to 8, neck and neck. Who is going to win, Day Spa or Dispensary, and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary. Puts him with the win, 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one. See if you can guess it. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had
Listen,
dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift. And
perfect.
you're not a horrible cook,
No.
so that's great. But, I just think it's just an honor to win, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right. So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea.
Oh.
Set right up front because nobody wants this. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a pack and you get
Yeah.
to take it home with
Again, you put
Twisted
zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
Dude,
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right, right.
item.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
this says I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
You and me,
Mm-hmm,
let's have a vacation.
mm-hmm.
Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that
Some
situation.
Yeah.
that maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No
on
bad ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario. If you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem.
Mhm.
Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
That's not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man. You're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that because there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince
Mm-hmm.
for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I know. I think he needs to go to her and definitely he needs to know from her what she expects from him,
I don't think.
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on,
What-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her?
What
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
Right.
talking about a
He's done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give her
yeah.
an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
It usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted him what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear, but they are asking.
Yeah.
Right. They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win her over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. You know, just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right. A mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time. So I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state. So I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk and he got lonely.
So this was your boyfriend.
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
You
took the
came
call
back.
Took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. Then the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him cheating, I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it
stupidity.
wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. It was not my fault, but I mean, I kept going back.
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping. You were hoping he'd love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts are good.
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, you know, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott. Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. We are giving away beer.
If you want in on winning some, all you have to do is answer this question via text. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? Case of Coors could be yours. Send the answer to BMMS space and then whatever it is that you need to buy but refuse to pay for to the phone number 82945. We're in the middle of Cucked. It is Gimpy's turn. He will be going last.
Yay.
And Lindsay and I have both gone. I landed on syrup and olive oil. Lindsay got coffee and chocolate milk. And so now it's Gimpy's turn. And Gimpy will be shooting for...
I'm going to try to follow y'all's lead because the chocolate milk and coffee doesn't sound that bad. And to be fair, I haven't tried that coffee yet. It was my idea.
Yeah.
I bought the goddamn coffee.
You feeling left out?
A little bit. And I understand it's a little tart. It's concentrated and might get you a little geetered out, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. Now, I'm really not a fan of the olive oil. I feel like I have had more olive oil in this game this year than anybody.
Okay.
And I'm done.
It's good for you, though.
I'm
It
sure.
might be the healthiest thing you eat.
You're probably right, but
That's
I
not true. Full disclaimer, I see Gimpy eat a lot of vegetables. I'm not even kidding.
It's true.
I'm not making a joke. I see Gimpy eat a lot of vegetables.
the wheelchair is the hardest part.
So keeps him out of the dentist.
I'm just going to go ahead and go.
Just
down.
go. I don't
Yeah.
think a lot of people picked it
Yeah,
up.
that's probably
That's fine. You
down the
dropped
bottom it goes. Woo!
Cheap beer.
Cheap beer. That's
Congratulations.
Not bad. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. If I can get a double of that, I'll be all right with
It
that.
won't matter because I'm going to open it and you're not going to pour it down the drain. You're going to drink it anyway.
I won't finish it before the show ends. You're right. But, for fairness of the game, I hope I get a double. I don't want cheap beer and chocolate milk. That sounds horrendous.
Cheap beer and olive oil?
Cheap beer and olive oil? No, because of the olive oil that I hate so much.
Cheap beer and white wine vinegar?
No.
Ooh.
That's lucky for me. It's on the other end. Obviously, the cuck board doesn't give a damn what I think because we've seen it shoot over there. So,
Okay. Before you drop it, Lindsay, what do you want to manifest? You're the clairvoyant in the room.
I know, right? All right. So I'm going to go with syrup.
All right.
God, really?
Cheap beer and syrup.
I thought you like.
It sounds awful.
Right? She's not diabolical like the rest of them.
Right. She is. She just does it in a closet.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Same
and
spot,
drop
drops it down, and
yes, winner, chicken dinner.
How in the hell?
You just go ahead.
Here.
That sounded so
Thank you very much.
lovely.
I'm gonna take this over there.
Yeah. Why am I going to waste a plastic cup on you for
Right.
a cheap beer shot?
That is so true.
That is a very good point. Damn.
Did you just blow
I blew the
beer foam onto the carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. We got people that clean this stuff for
Oh
us.
my god.
No, they don't.
Sure they do.
That's why I clean.
They run a vacuum in here.
Do they?
I have seen them do it. Now, do they get this side of the counter? I don't know.
No, they're too busy pushing
Why
chairs.
not?
Anyway,
Ain't that the
all
truth,
right. So Gimpy is going to just drink a beer while we
He's
finish
just gonna
talking.
Enjoy the
I
rest of
wonder what his
day.
rating's going to be.
Right. Exactly.
I wonder if he's going to rate it 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
We definitely all won. The only thing that could have made that bad was if it was warm. They weren't refrigerated.
I don't think they're
It
refrigerated.
is. It is warm, but I'm okay.
Oh.
I'm good drinking warm
Me
beer.
too.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Warm beer doesn't bother me.
Oh,
I don't like
it.
hot beer.
Of course.
Right. Something that's been sitting in the cooler like day 3 of Rocklahoma. All the ice is melted and the water's hot because
Yeah, it's taking on the temperature of the
Right,
outside.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't mind warm beer. I've had warm beer in England. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a fan. It tastes skunky to me. That's what and it might be all in my head there.
Or you're
but-
buying bad beer.
right.
That's a good point. Oh, yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh my
I feel like I have to get that out of the way.
Would you recommend?
No, do not drink a warm beer at 8:30 in the morning.
It might be the most disappointing cucked we've had.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
Because it's
because
anticlimactic.
you're so excited. We're not
Yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah.
excited.
But you two got good things.
True.
See,
I mean, not
yeah.
as good as beer, but
Yeah,
we
true.
all won today.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, it could have been a double of vodka or whatever the hell else we had. It would just happen to land in the only alcoholic spot we had on the board. Damn, this is terrible.
Oh, good luck today. I hope you'll see that later. I don't know.
I think I'm well past my 2 ounces on this one, but
He's getting a head start on the weekend.
Yeah, right?
What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors could be yours. When we come back, we're going to give away some BMMS and what that is that you need to do but refuse to pay for to the phone number 82945, and we'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show. This is Tulsa's
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you're still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, that's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything, for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right.
everything
Or don't like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever, that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No.
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? Do you expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still, you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
even
my
a
appetite.
Dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No.
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over and have dinner. That's all right. Doesn't mean I have to bring a bottle of wine or a 6-pack or a bottle of anything for that fact. That's that. Unless you say so. Hey, BYOB, bring a bottle, bring a side item. We'll get the main course. That happens to me a lot. We got the main courses. Come on over for barbecue, whatever. Bring a side item. All right, cool. Tater salad it is.
I've never gone to someone's house and like looked around and said to myself, that's so dirty here.
Oh.
Ugh.
Wow.
What, do they have lives? Right? I don't go, their sheets, they didn't even make their bed. I don't do all that.
Oh, I bet you have.
Look down my nose at you.
Because life happens.
Depends on the level of the filth, right? If you walk into somebody's house,
if you're
and
a
it looks
hoarder,
like hoarders, yeah, exactly.
I ain't going to your house. I already know you're a hoarder.
But this is the first time you didn't realize that they were disgusting people or hoarders until you walk into their house, right?
No. You
get
can read a
totally
hoarder a
thrown
mile
off
away.
guard.
No, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
Hoarder.
Yeah, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
You just tell by the way they dress. Their lack of showering.
Or by their vehicle.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, right? I think absolutely.
But you still don't say anything. You just kind of watch where you sit down, maybe scooch the newspapers or whatever, paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them and hang out for a little bit. And I got to go. I got it.
If I'm going to judge, I'm judging, like, I'm going to judge the food. So I'm not going to judge, like, hey, your bed wasn't made.
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served Brussels sprouts or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to get all like, ugh, You didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. 'Cause you're right. Life happens,
Life
especially
happens.
if you've got small children.
Oh, and you're having a dinner party.
Right. You can expect toys to be all over the place. Now, there's a difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dressed for less. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I would think if you're hosting a dinner party, you would want to clean up.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that's not necessarily true, especially if you're like, hey, come over tonight, we're having pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza feels like there's no cleaning happening.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry still piled up on the back of the couch from like 4 days.
No.
You should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the panties over. It'll be fine.
It's always like, I've gone and I stopped getting in the car with this person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat and the floorboard into the back seat so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you invited me to get in your car.
You should have had that fixed up beforehand.
Or just don't invite me into your car.
I'm with you.
Right? If you don't have a place for me to sit, what are you doing inviting me over?
I just like the company.
I'm not a charity. Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's
Cleanliness.
like cleanliness?
Probably, yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah, I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. Now, it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 No. But if you're inviting people over, dinner party, or just to hang out and have a smoke sesh, you might want to just kind of pick up the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first.
You're so
right?
bougie. Like,
Yeah.
You're going over get high and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah, if you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag,
But
clear off the tables, and it'll be fine.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. Oh God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something. Just spray something in the air. You don't want to walk into somebody's house and get hit with a brick wall of stank. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful too. Don't go crazy. Right? If you're unloading half a can of Lysol,
right. You're
Oh,
obviously
gross.
Covering up a
something
smell.
Yeah.
right?
Which will reveal itself in a
In
little
due
bit.
time.
Yes.
It's not permanent.
It smells like wildflowers and ass
Yeah. Is it Febreze?
Mhm.
and mold.
Febreze is literally advertised to cover up stink,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
which means you have a problem if there's stink in the
Yeah.
house. What about a toilet bowl that's got a pink ring in it?
I'm not judging that.
Gross.
It's pink mold.
Yeah.
It's mold
Gross.
Yeah.
in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. That's okay.
Ugh.
Now, I mean, there's a difference between is there sitting urine or like, Mr. Hanky, is he taking
Skid
a little
marks.
swim right there?
There's some rubbing is racing.
Ugh.
Right. Like,
Gross.
previous person was a freckler. I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, that happens, bro. That happens in everybody's house. I'm hoping that you would, at least go in there and take that little brush and whirl around a little
Yeah,
bit.
but you didn't.
You didn't exactly. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody poops. Everybody has that, whatever you may need a knife for. It's okay.
Bidet, dude. Bidet. Bidet.
Right. I get it. That cleans the skid marks off of your end, but I mean, this is down on the porcelain. I don't think it works like that.
Eat some fiber. What's the strangest type of bird that you'd be willing to eat, such as a shoebill stork?
Hmm.
You know what a shoebill stork is, Lindsay?
No.
Look it
I
up.
mean,
Look up shoebill stork. Shoebill stork. It will, if I remember correctly, this is a very bizarre looking bird. It almost looks human-like.
Got a giant honking
It
schnoz.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
It will haunt you in your nightmares. If I remember right, it makes a horrendous sound. a very loud noise. It's not like a beautiful chirping or anything. It's a very loud noise.
Mm-hmm.
The shoebill stork. You see it?
Yeah.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. It is Friday, and we are giving away beer. What's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? BMMS and what that is to 82945. All right, I had to get close to the screen. Mariah is on. Hi, Mariah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Mariah, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for?
I need to go see the neurologist.
Oh, well, what's going on? I have Google.
So Tuesday, I left my job via ambulance to the hospital because they think I had like a TIA or a seizure or something. And they told me to follow up with a neurologist, but I'm on that Indian Health time, so I was like not interested.
Still waiting.
What's a TIA?
Yeah.
It's like a small mini stroke.
Oh, man.
Oh, girl. That's no joke. Did you pass out? Did you know it was happening?
I couldn't like talk or move when it was happening. And so like I still have like residual tremor and weakness on my right side, but like they told me it should go away, but I needed to follow up with a neurologist when they sent me home.
And how old are you?
I'm 31.
What would have to happen? I hear you're like, I don't want to go sit and wait. I get it. Who wants to go do that, right? But tell me, like, what would have to happen that would make you want to go do that?
Like, go see the neurologist?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My daughter has a genetic condition, and we have the same genes, so I guess I don't really want to go because I don't want them to tell me, like, I'm starting to have the same thing.
Sure.
So,
sure, but you know that doesn't make it not real, though.
I mean, kind of.
No.
Hey, you never get cancer if you don't get tested for it.
Sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What about your daughter? What would you, if it was her and she got transported from school and they said she needed to see a neurologist, what would you do?
Well, that's different. It would be like child neglect if I didn't.
So you would only do it because you would be legally bound to?
Well, no, but like, well, it's just not adult neglect for me.
But you want to be here for your daughter. So
Yes.
what if you're not so lucky the next time?
Yeah. Ouch. Jeez.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta put yourself first.
Listen, our motive is very selfish. We need every single listener.
That's
So,
right.
It'll just be another one. Her daughter will just pop up and take her place.
not if she's already listening.
Good point there.
Yeah. How long would you wait? You said you don't want to wait. How long's the wait at the hospital?
The Indian clinic said it would be like 2 to 6 weeks before they could even get me in to do the referral.
Yeah.
So
good news is you have 2 to 6 weeks to get your mind right with it.
yeah, it's just I guess I'm a little scared about like what
There it is.
will happen.
Totally fair. Totally fair to be scared. 31 should not be happening. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right to feel scared.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, we've got some medicine for you. Gimpy, tell her exactly what she's going to get.
You know why? You should probably spend the money and get a therapist. But why do that when a handle of whiskey is way cheaper? Enjoy this case, Gers. Back to you, Coleman.
Mariah, I sure appreciate you calling and being honest with us. Good luck with all that. And take care of yourself best you can, okay?
hey, thanks. You guys have a good day.
You too. Hang on the line. All right. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
The NFL is announcing the compensatory picks for the 2023 NFL Draft. The 49ers lead the way with 7 additional picks, including 3 extra in the third round. San Francisco had 4 picks in April's draft, but will now make 11 selections. The Rams got the second most selections with 4. The Cardinals, Chiefs, and Cowboys also picked up 3 picks. teams can earn the additional draft picks by developing minority candidates who became head coaches or general managers with other teams. These picks can also result from losing players in free agency. The NFL is penalizing the Houston Texans for a salary cap violation. Houston has been fined $175,000 and will forfeit its original fifth-round pick in the NFL draft next month. The violation occurred when the Texans provided former quarterback Deshaun Watson compensation in the form of a membership at an alternative athletic facility in 2020. ESPN's reporting that the original penalty was a fourth-round pick and a $250,000 fine, but both were reduced on appeal. The Suns are losing Kevin Durant for at least a couple of weeks. ESPN reports Durant's expected to be sidelined for 2 to 3 weeks after suffering a left ankle injury. He slipped and sprained his left ankle during pregame warmups on Wednesday and was quickly ruled out of the game. Durant had an MRI on Thursday. He'll be reevaluated in 3 weeks, according to the Suns. The 34-year-old forward has played 3 games for Phoenix, averaging 26.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists per contest.
Did you see yesterday Big 12 tournaments happening in Kansas City? Bill Self was rushed to the hospital. He's the coach for Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's fine. He's going to miss the rest of the tournament, though, but he had to undergo some tests. So that Kansas fans probably like, whoa.
Wow.
Bill Self, obviously a connection to our community. And then Iowa State beat Baylor. Huge. Baylor's lost to Iowa State all year, which is massive.
Yeah.
Because Baylor's only lost like 7 games total, or 11 games total.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oklahoma State lost. And so now they're on the fringe of making the tournament. It's unclear if they'll make it. Now they lost to number 2 Texas, number 9 ranked Texas, but number 2 in the tournament Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And so they, it's not a giant blow to their odds, but it looking like they may not make it into the NCAA tournament, which would mean the only Oklahoma team in the NCAA tournament is Oral Roberts University.
Which good for them. Good for them.
And they're going to be a problem for some people.
Yeah.
It's going to, this is one of the first tournaments I can remember in a long time where it is unclear who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quite a roller coaster.
North Carolina got knocked out.
Right. And they're usually powerhouse.
They're a
right?
powerhouse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've had a dismal season, but so they're out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole new breed of teams competing in the tournament this year. Selection Sunday, obviously coming up. Some of the championship games will play out in the next couple of days. But college basketball, man, it's awesome to watch. I have one crazy March Madness story. And I was at South by Southwest because it's always the week of spring break at the University of Texas and in Austin. And that's usually when March Madness was happening. I don't know when South by is now. But going into a bar to get a beer, and I sit down and I look to my left and Mark Cuban is sitting there.
How about that,
watching basketball at South by Southwest.
That's cool.
In Austin. Yeah, I don't know why he was there though. Like you want to watch basketball and you're at a music festival?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
That feels not the right place.
All right. I mean, I'm sure he has a massive house with big TV that he could watch it on. But listen, Mark Cuban's just one of the guys, man. He's just an average Joe, wants to sit in the bar and drink some beers and watch basketball.
But you pick a bar on 6th Street in Austin during where the music festival, like it's not exactly low key. It's not exactly like you're going to get to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of his favorite artists was performing.
Then he would but again, why at the bar? He could have bought the bar.
Right.
He could have.
What's his net worth, you know?
Ooh, fun.
Lot.
What do you think, Lindsay?
I'm going to go
So
with...
for those who don't know, he is the only reason you can watch YouTube and listen to through the iHeartRadio app is because of Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
He jumped in on the technology at broadcast.com and helped without being too nerdy, taking packets of data and making them smaller to allow broadcasting to go through the internet, right? And not eat up so much bandwidth. He was the pioneer in that, or his company was, I guess you should say, to do that. And then he sold it to Yahoo for like a ridiculous, I think $200 million it may be more than that, but at the time it was a ridiculous amount of money.
And he owns a sports team, doesn't he?
And then he eventually bought the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Yes, and I believe he owns another team, if I'm not mistaken.
And he's on Shark Tank.
And I think he might be involved in the soap scrubber guy thing with the face.
I'm gonna go with $825 million.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Okay, 825 million. Corbin, what says you?
I don't think it's that much. I'm gonna say something like 4 or 6 is kicking around in my head. So I'll go right in the middle. I'll just say 500 million.
500 million. Well, Mark Cuban, at least according to this, $4.8 billion. You guys are a little off.
A little?
Wow.
Not a little.
Yeah. Richard Branson has 3.48 or 3.4 billion. And then Musk 181.1. Jerry Jones is 13.5 billion. So yeah.
Not that if I ever got the chance to interview Mark Cuban, I would ask questions like, I know you worry about money, but you don't worry about money like, oh, I just got a $400 urgent care bill.
Right.
Right.
That's a fun question.
You don't worry. So what is your money worries like? Because I don't think it's fair to think like people that have money don't worry about money.
Oh, absolutely.
They do. It's just like in a different way.
Right. It's probably losing it in the market somehow, stock market or something to that effect. I'd imagine that'd be his money worries.
If he loses $100 million,
yeah,
it will not change his lifestyle. But I get a $400 medical bill, I might have to realign some things for a month or two.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
$100 million, not comparable to $400 medical. Not comparable. But he still doesn't blink an eye. Still doesn't blink an eye.
If someone were to sue the Mavericks arena or something.
He's worried about litigation, is what you're saying?
Maybe something like that would be.
Those things usually are protected by an LLC, so
That's true.
so the amount of damage that could be inflicted, and also when you start making that type of money, you have insurance policies to protect you should you get sued and lose a bunch of money.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what besides stock market, things like that.
Even if he lost 3/4 of his money,
that ain't nothing.
He's still got over $1 billion.
Yeah. Good for him.
Because I don't think people they go, oh, $4 billion. The amount of money it takes to get 100 million and $1 billion is astronomical.
Yeah.
So $1 billion is still an astronomical amount of money. Gosh, it would be. He seems like such an easy guy, like you'd be able to talk to.
Right.
He feels like a guy's guy type of person.
Right. He looks like it, seems like it on television. I bet you in reality, he is as douchey as any other rich folk.
So when I saw him at South by, I didn't interact with him. I'm not that person.
Right.
Because he's not working. He's not trying to promote anything. Like, why would I?
You didn't have anything to pitch for him? Yeah.
No, I would never do that. But other people did. And he was nice. Like, he wasn't douchey. Like, I'm trying to watch the game.
Right. Probably not.
Yeah.
He'd be the rare one.
So nonetheless, go ORU.
And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite. Yeah. Number 5, if you pull into my driveway and honk, you better be dropping off a package because you're sure not picking up anything else.
Who delivers stuff to your house? Who delivers stuff in honks?
I don't know.
No,
Usually
UPS,
they knock on the door,
no one.
ring a doorbell.
For us, DoorDash?
Right.
Domino's in the time? Like that? No, that's not a thing.
It says alternative rule number 5, only delivery men honk, dates ring the doorbell once. That was his alternative to the number 5.
Okay.
Honking.
Oh, okay.
All right, so number 6, no complaining while you're waiting for her. If you're bored, change my oil. Change, not check.
I don't know. If you know who John Ritter was, he might mean.
He did
something
play a
completely
little
different.
Fruity Fruit on Three's Company. At least to Mr. Furley, Mr. Roper, he was.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Number 7, if your pants hang off your hips, I'll gladly secure them with my staple gun.
Yes.
Dick.
Assault.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, not on brand for
Nope,
John Ritter.
not at all.
And lastly here, number 8 for 8 simple rules of dating my teenage daughter. Dates must be in crowded public places. You want romance, read a book.
I like it.
Again, that might be the most on brand of all of them.
Yeah.
For John Ritter.
Yeah.
I had to look up whether or not John Ritter ever played a bad guy. And the only one I found was his role in the film Bad Santa. Bob Chapesca.
With Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes.
Was he still alive at that time? I mean,
In
apparently the internet says so, but
2003.
okay.
He was out to expose him for the hard drinking, offensive brute that Billy Bob Thornton's role was.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Sure enough. And John Ritter died in 2003. Wow. So shortly after he did that, I guess.
Yeah.
How about that?
I feel like I saw him in a, because he was in Sling Blade, if I remember correctly, too. Like he was the friend, he was the father of the boy. Was he evil in that?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But Problem Child, we know him as.
Yeah.
I feel like there was he played Roy Slade. Is that right?
In Sling Blade? No.
No. Oh, he was the priest. That feels on brand for John Ritter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who had John Ritter on there? What they'll talk about today? Bingo card.
Yeah, not me.
Nobody.
Small town police station rocked by wild sex scandal. This is in Tennessee, where a small town police station was rocked by allegations of wild sexual misconduct after a married female officer allegedly had steamy romps with 6 male officers, including illicit on-duty liaisons, according to reports. Officer Megan Hall and her fellow law officers allegedly engaged in wild sexcapades that included sending dirty pictures, taking her top off at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party.
What does that mean? They were filming it?
I guess so.
Give him a free hat.
Yeah.
Right. What is a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party?
I don't know, but I'm interested.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some with young kids, huh? Were there young kids there? Underage?
I don't know.
Don't know,
It never
'Cause that's
said
what
that.
Girls Gone Wild was most of the time.
That is true. That is true. And even having oral with 2 officers at the Laverne, Tennessee police station
At the same time?
at the same time.
Get it, girl.
The steamy shenanigans in which Hall allegedly bragged about the size of one partner's genitals and
How is
claimed
that worthy of the story?
she claimed to be in an open marriage. She not only led Hall to be canned, but led to the firings of 2 sergeants, 1 officer, and a detective, according to a December internal investigation. 2 other officers who allegedly had romps with Hall, they kept their jobs, but wound up being suspended. The extracurricular activities took place at hotels and parties at other officers' houses and on a boat, while she was also accused of performing oral sex on 2 officers while on duty at the police station and police gym. Officials began to look into the swinging personal lives of the officers when the mayor himself received a tip that she was sleeping with several fellow cops
Mayor didn't get the tip.
and had a threesome with an officer and his wife, among other claims. They were dismissed for violating police procedure and lying during the investigation, who had been witnessed choking an HR employee.
She's a whore.
God.
Yeah, I know, right?
What? I mean, if she wants to be promiscuous, so
Mhm.
what? I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're on the job,
Exactly.
that's obviously completely reckless. And multiple people you work with, also extremely reckless.
Yeah.
It creates a system of resentment, right? People like don't like it or whatever. You create problems that way.
Only the other female officers that aren't getting railed by the
And
other dude officers.
no. Guys get way jealous, dude. So
Why,
if you're
because they're
like,
not getting any,
no, maybe, or ones that are like, no, she was with me. Like,
yeah,
it
that's
is
my
not
girl.
healthy.
That
Did
is
you know that your mother is a whore?
Yeah.
right. The HR director who authored the report and conducted the investigation sanctioned the 8 officers for various penalties for sexual activity while on duty, sexual harassment, conduct unbecoming of an officer, and lying during the course of the investigation. It was further revealed that Hall and many of the male officers had shared lewd text messages and pornographic images of themselves.
Good tasting tuna.
Boy, this is good tasting tuna.
Or like, hey, we're a small town. There's no crime going on.
What up, house? Listen to this. It says at one point during one of the parties, she was already intoxicated and was reportedly being force-fed vodka by one of the other officers.
Yeah, they're like, get Janice drunk. She'll put out.
Yeah, you can't do that, though. That's bad look, man. That's kind of weird. Like, hey, you heard if you get Hall drunk, man, she'll go sexually crazy.
Exactly.
That's predator type stuff,
Right.
dude.
Have another drink, Janice. I don't even know if that's her real name, but whatever.
Arresting their
Man arrested for the 70th
D-Day always
time.
comes. And for this
Right.
story, we're talking about Discovery.
Right.
Mhm. D-Day came many times for her. Man arrested for the 70th time. This comes out of Ohio, where there's this dude. He's 62 years old. He goes into his local Walmart. He has a suitcase with him. He takes his shopping cart and a suitcase, goes to the meat department, and just stacks piles of meat in his shopping cart and walks straight out the door with it. I guess Walmart, at least this particular Walmart, has some newfangled shopping carts where you get past the security gate and they automatically lock up the wheels on you. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Huh.
Never heard of that before.
How do they keep that technology working? The carts
Yeah.
barely don't have a wanky wheel.
I don't know, but apparently that's what happened. Is the guy pushes his meat straight out of the past the security gate, and he's outside, and his wheels lock up. So what's he do? He just takes and puts as much of his meat as he can in his suitcase, and then just throws the rest in the dumpster. Well, of course, now the police have been called. The police find him at a bus stop across the street.
Right, because buses are never on time.
Absolutely. So they go over there. They bust the man at the bus stop, and he tells them that he steals the meat and then sells them the rest.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. The phone number is 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. I'm Corbin. To my right is Lindsay. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning. If you're looking for your next Spin Mint fix, you can now punch in your zip code on the Girl Scouts website, and it'll give you the location of cookie booths in our area.
Good morning, Gibby.
Morning, Corbin. You know, I was just digging through the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, and we got a guy here who's doing his best Lincoln Continental demo tape reel.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit it real quick.
Okay.
I listened to most of it, but we came back. I don't think he swears. Might be
Okay.
towards the end, so get your finger ready.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let's push this button here, and then kapow.
Introducing the all-new, redesigned 1969 Lincoln Continental, complete with 8-track stereo system, dual smoking ashtrays, manual windows, and seatbelts in the front. Take your luxury to the next level with the all-new 1969 Lincoln Continental. This message brought to you in part by the Big Mad Morning Show.
All right.
Solid.
Bro, right. Talk about a golden voice. Are you going to start smoking crack and end up on the streets again, sir?
Yeah, bro, that no joke.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you could use the talkback feature. It's on iHeartRadio app. Little microphone in the corner. Hit the button and speak like this guy did.
I love hearing a good radio voice. Fantastic. What do you do? I work the drive-through. I work in shipping.
Right.
Okay. It's time for willy-nilly. Anything you want to talk about. Bring up something new. Go back to something. Somebody text this in. Medical debt doesn't go on your credit report. Go get results. Don't pay. What say you, Gimpy?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Why the hell not?
As someone who's dealt with medical debt, does it go on your credit report?
It does not go on your credit report. It doesn't affect it near as bad as some other things. Like if it goes to collections or whatever, obviously eventually it will go, but it's not as negative as like a repossession or a foreclosure or something of that effect.
So this says, take for what you will. This is from the internet. I found medical providers don't always report payment information to 3 major credit bureaus. As of July 1st, 2022, there is a year-long waiting period before unpaid medical debts can appear on your credit report. Also in 2022, the credit bureau began removing all paid medical debt from credit reports. Most people don't know that. You have a debt, you pay it off, still stays on your credit report as you took a long time to pay it.
Right.
And then I saw this, starting in 2023, medical collection trade lines less than $500 will no longer be reported on consumer credit reports. Medical bills under $500 are significantly more likely to remain on a credit report for longer than medical bills over $500. So it sounds like under $500 won't go on your credit report.
Right. Anything over, obviously they want their money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just think it's a bad move to be like, go get your results and then don't pay.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
true.
that's a horrible mindset. Don't pay people for their service.
Yeah. Well, and like for Mariah, who needs to go see the neurologist, if she doesn't want to go to the Indian clinic, she could go to somewhere here locally. And if it's too expensive, she can get on a payment plan. They will do that.
Yeah. And you can actually, if you work with them, we talked to them and they cut part of our labor and delivery bill down.
Oh.
And we just called to set up a payment plan.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, let's cut this much off. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
Gonna
that's
give it
nice.
to the low price of whatever.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know we were negotiating.
Yeah. They will do that to get their money faster.
Yeah. They can write off so much, certain amount. So just don't ignore them. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your fondest memory of Smoke Weed Every Day guy? I mean, Lindsay doesn't even really know who that is, so Gimpy?
I'm going to say my fondest memory of Smoke Weed Every Day guy was when he would call in and say smoke weed every day.
I mean, I knew him, so I knew him outside of the show too. But yeah, I think when we first realized that was his thing, that he was just going to end every phone call with that. Dan is on. Hello, Dan. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Corbin. How about yourself?
I'm all right, sir. What can we do for you today on Willy Nilly?
Well, this is going to be a slightly weird one, but when is the last time that one of y'all killed something, and what was it, and what went through your head when you did it?
I like this question. Lindsay, when was the last time you killed something, and what was going through your head when you did it?
I believe it was last week. Leaving the office, I stopped on the first floor bathroom to pee, and there was one of those earwig looking bugs in the stall, and I stepped on it and squished it, and I thought to myself, not today, sir. You're not living in here while I'm going to the bathroom. So I killed it. I did not feel bad about it because those things are nasty.
Gimpy.
I'm going to say it about 2, maybe even 3 weeks ago. I killed a jar of moonshine and said, this is going to be bad.
The hopes and dreams of anyone associated with the show ever. What about you, Dan?
About 2 weeks ago, I shot a ram in the head with a 9mm, and whenever the powder burn popped up on its head, I could smell the burning hair, and there was a perfect little black hole in the center of it, and all I could think was, black hole, son, won't you come and wash away the rain? That's all I could think.
Why were you that close to a ram?
Oh, because I have sheep on my farm, and we were slaughtering one for food.
And is it typical practice to shoot one in the head?
Yes, actually. Well, my typical practice is actually just slitting their throats, but other people were like, "That's not what's the word? Ethical."
Okay.
I guess.
Humane, yeah.
Humane might be a better
humane,
choice.
That one. Humane. But I find it to be more humane whenever you bleed them out that way instead of shooting them in the head because they get weird twitches when you shoot them. And a quick question for Lindsay, because she said that she stopped on the first floor to pee. Why would you stop on the first floor to pee instead of just going to the bathroom?
This guy.
Dan, have a great day.
You too, y'all. Bye.
I can tell you the mindset of Lindsay. Got in the elevator, ready to leave, put in her day. Doop. Oh, no, I have to go pee. It's going to be 15 minutes before I'm home.
Yeah.
Right.
I should go here before I leave.
That's
Makes
right.
sense.
Kenneth, what's the frequency, sir? What do you have for willy-nilly?
Well, now that Dan Dahmer is going back to watching animals twitch, I just want to thank Corbin for introducing me to Oreo Java chips and vanilla ice cream because that slaps.
Dude, listen, we talk about a lot of things that are really good, and all those things are really good. And this just hits different. It's so good.
It slaps.
It does, man. Do you put chocolate syrup on it too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Thanks for commiserating with me.
That's awesome.
Long live the
All right,
fatness.
y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. See you later. Yeah. It's so good, man.
All right, I'm going to throw another one out there for you guys to try. Is the new for a limited time only Kit Kat bars came out with some limited edition. There's a blueberry muffin Kit Kat bar.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Been out for a little while. I like it.
Yeah,
I've had it once.
it's great.
White chocolate. I don't do white chocolate.
I don't
Racist.
usually like
Yeah.
white chocolate either, but it's another one that slaps.
Yeah. I can't do white chocolate. It doesn't taste like chocolate to me. It tastes like some other flavor profile.
What is this lies that you're selling
It is lies. It's not made with chocolate.
Yeah.
No, it's made with white chocolate.
It's made with chemical. No, there's no such thing as a white chocolate. It's a chemical product.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's one of those things I dig in on. I'm like, I can't do. I will never own cats, and I will never eat white chocolate. It is just not my. It's just
more
not
like
my
a
thing.
blueberry chocolate.
Yeah, you get more of the blueberry
Yes,
flavor out of it than
you
you
really
do anything
do.
else.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about blueberries, so I had to have it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, I know how you feel about blueberry donuts. I didn't know that that's
yeah.
the blueberry product in broad, spectrum.
Yeah, blueberry is one of my favorite profiles next to
Same.
banana. Ooh, banana.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything blueberry, man. Blueberry pie, blueberry liquor, blueberry Kit Kats, blueberry.
Blueberry vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please sign me up, dude.
I've never heard you talk about blueberry liquor. Is why I'm saying that.
And Western Sun has blueberry vodka
Yes,
now.
they do. And they have them in the big bottles, too, that are still
Yes.
relatively cheap.
Yep.
$25.
I can't do flavored vodkas.
Really?
Yeah, they taste too weird to me.
I get that. You know, I'll get the handle or whatever, and then I'll finish it because I ain't no waster when it comes to that. And once it gets towards like the middle, towards the end of it or whatever, I'm like, all right, this has got a weird chemically taste to it, but who cares? Or similar on time.
Not gonna waste it.
Nope.
Yeah. I can't do the flavored vodkas. We were out for our anniversary and we went to the bar and I was getting a grapefruit vodka because I love that cocktail.
Right. Was that a Greyhound, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they were like, which vodka? And I was like, do you have Western Sun?
Mhm.
And they're like, yeah, we've got blueberry, whatever the flavors were. And I was like,
grapefruit, watermelon.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, do you have regular?
Just
No, we don't carry that. So let me get this straight. When you were asked, hey, would you like to carry Western Sun? You were like, yes, but not the vodka.
not plain vodka. No.
Corbin does martial arts. Gimpy does disc golf. What's Lindsay's sport? If she doesn't have one, what do you think she should try?
Oh, that's
Oh. I like a few. I like to box, but not against someone, just more of like sparring on a bag. I do like water volleyball.
When
Play that in the pool.
When was the last time you played water volleyball?
Last summer
Yeah.
in my backyard.
Oh, that's not. I think your sport is just being in the pool. You like that.
Right. You could say swimming and it count.
Why not just say Marco Polo?
I mean,
right? That's not a sport. That's a water recreation activity.
We'll do beach volleyball when we're at home at the beach. Yeah. Soccer in high school I played. That's about it.
But you don't currently do any
what's
kind
your
of
sport now is
sports.
what the question really is.
No, nothing right now. Nothing right now.
Fun.
Yeah, what do you think it should be, Gimpy?
I think she should take up long distance cycling. Yeah, why the hell not? You save you some gas, you get good enough, build up your endurance. You won't have to worry about driving to work anymore. You just ride your bicycle. Hell yeah.
Yeah, solo diving.
Solo diving, like to the bottom of the ocean.
One breath solo diving. Come on, the stories you have would be amazing.
Too scary.
So is life.
Never make it to the bottom.
So is doing a popcorn ceiling on your own.
Oh, that is.
Right? Fun willy-nilly fact. All men use the head nod as a greeting, but may not realize we all nod up when it's someone we know and don't down when it's a stranger.
That's a true statement. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Corbin had talked about that. It's a couple years ago we had talked about that. And it's a thing. It's a thing. And if you think about it, I'm sure you do it, Corbin. I do the same thing. Somebody you know, it's a sup. And then if it's a total stranger, it's kind of like you're tipping your hat to them. I do it all the time.
I do a head nod. Mm-hmm. I don't know or take note of which way I nod my head.
Okay. Think about it.
I also will use my words.
Right.
Because I'm over 5.
Right.
So,
yeah. What's up? Hey, man.
Yeah.
Or, this is probably the more accurate response for me. Nothing. Because I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, keeping track of the head nod thing is very bizarre. I swear at times the tempo of a song on the radio is different than other times. Do radio engineers have the ability to change tempos to fill airtime appropriately? And can that be done on a whim in the middle of a song? Wow, this is a really in the weeds question. Short answer, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets.
There are stations in town that do speed up things a skosh so they can add more commercials. If you watch Friends on TBS, I think, if you listen, their voice is just off a little bit, and it's because they're speeding it up to try and get more commercials in.
That makes sense.
So it can be done. It will happen on our station when we turn the dump off or on, but it should be so minute you not hear it.
Yeah.
But maybe you have just one of those ear systems that are capable of doing that. Mm-hmm. Very rarely do you do it sporadically. It's usually like when the morning show is coming on or when the morning show is going off, it would slow down. But again, it should be so minute you don't hear it. It's supposed to be designed that way. It shouldn't be like at 1:00 they do it and then they turn it off at 1:15.
Yeah.
You build a hidden room in your house. What would you use it for? Lindsay.
Oh, probably snacks, keep away from the kids, or like a safe room from tornadoes. You know, like yeah.
You'd want that hidden though? I mean, wouldn't you want people to know you have that like everybody else in the house?
Well, they could know, but other people don't need to know that it's there.
Okay, Gimpy. Like a Christian Grey room?
Well, yeah, man, a sex dungeon. Hell yeah. They got like the stocks, right? Got the whips on the walls and the handcuffs and the ball gags and the eye covers and maybe even one of those racks, those X racks, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
I like his answer better. Yeah.
The problem is Discovery Day comes
Why?
And then you got to explain to whoever.
I'm okay with it. Hopefully, whoever I have to explain that to has already been in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, I think that the problem would be it'd be this hidden thing. And then when things get hidden, we tend to spread our wings a little bit more. And when you start off with maybe a whip, right? The next thing you know, you're going to have like some sort of,
well, that's what I'm talking about.
You
We're
know,
getting all that stuff in there,
horse
man.
costume or something.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it's
Bring out the Flugenheimen. Yes.
Yeah, the Flugenheimen. Yeah. And I'm fine. Like, I'm with you. Like, I'm fine with explaining it, but I don't want to explain it to my, 7-year-old.
Right. That is a problem that you two would have, not me so much. My kids are grown, all right?
You don't know what the future holds, Mr. I won't get, again, something you won't pay for.
Right. You're absolutely right. But until then, I ain't going to worry about it. So.
Yeah. I'm going to go with... This shows where the three of us are in life. Yeah. I keep seeing online pictures of people's like hidden pantries they have in their house.
Okay.
And it's like a pantry with everything. So like the kitchen looks very pristine. And then they have the room that has like the sink and the dishwasher and a separate fridge and like all the food and stuff, open cabinet. And you're like, yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
You can hide the mess. Sounds great. So, yeah, that's where we are in our lives. Gimpy slows music down in the early mornings. I'm assuming he's going to the bathroom. He does not do that.
I have no control over that. I mean, I do, but I don't mess with it.
How do they gauge that you guys have the number one morning show, and who is they? That's the funny thing about it. I can't talk to you about Fight Club.
Right.
I'm just being honest. I can't.
That's a true statement. You get in trouble for that sort of thing.
If you would like to research it on your own, it is out there on how that works. I am not at liberty to talk about it on the radio. I probably will get a letter based off this conversation. Would you rather live in on the beach or in a cabin in the woods? Would you rather live on the beach or in a cabin in the woods? Let's talk about the pro cons. On the beach, ocean water is incredibly damaging to materials that build a home.
Right.
Yes.
Incredibly damaging. The salt water is horrendous.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
On the other side of the coin, and then you guys give yours, living in the cabin, you are dealing with vermin and all other kinds of problems that are also seeking shelter.
Yeah.
And wildlife, just being wildlife, you're in their environment. So there's that factor. Services like electricity and water and indoor plumbing and all those things. So remoteness could be a problem, especially if you need groceries. I hear that's what they're dealing with in California. So what about you, Lindsay? What are the pros and cons?
Okay, so
Don't pick one yet, just pros and cons.
I do like the idea of both. I think that a cabin in the woods sounds kind of lovely. However, I like having neighbors. And you know what I mean? Because I have kids, and I like them to have other kids to play with. And I think of a cabin in the woods being too remote. And if
well, think of it like this. Think of take your kids out of the equation. Your kids are all grown. It's just you and your old man.
Okay.
Right.
Retired.
It's your dream place. It's the way I look at it. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Then I would definitely want to be on the beach then, because I just want to soak up some sun. But I could always build the house up like on stilts or whatever, so I don't have to worry about that water hitting it so much. So I think I'm going to take the beach.
Okay, I guess we'll skip.
So
Gimpy, pros and cons.
Well, Corbin, I really enjoy going to the beach sometimes, and I also like being in the woods. Now, all right, pros and cons. So the pros of living on the beach. I mean, you got the beach, you got the sunshine. It's typically pretty nice climate weather-wise. I understand the salt. The cons to that would be obviously, like you said, the salt damaging. Erosion is a big problem that I think would be, even if you build it up on stilts, erosion still happens and it still takes away from that bank there. Also, hurricanes, typhoons. That's another thing you got to think about when it comes to living on the beach. All right. So what's the pros and cons of living in a cabin in the woods? Well, not only do we have all of God's creatures that want to live with us, to me, it seems like living in a cabin in the woods, you've got this canopy of trees. It's going to be real musky, right? So because the water, the dew, and the stuff from just dirt, earth, it's going to cause like mold problems and stuff like that. So not only do you have God's creatures trying to live with you, you've got God's fungus trying to move in on you as well. The pro to it, I mean, yeah, you're secluded. You're away from everybody. The con could get kind of lonely. All right. So either have somebody with you or have fun with the God's creatures that are trying to live on your property. You see what I'm saying? So those I feel are good pros and cons.
Are you changing your answer?
No, I'm staying on the beach.
Gimpy?
After all that, I'm staying on the beach as well.
Absolutely. There ain't nothing like the green flash, man. When the sun sets in the ocean, it is a peaceful, unbelievable moment. And I feel like in the woods, there may be times there's no food source.
Right. At least on the beach, you can go fishing. There's usually fish.
Doesn't mean I catch anything, but there is at least an endless supply.
Right. You get crabs.
Yeah. Sand mites, dude.
Oh, yummy.
I don't know what they love me.
Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, have you looked at yourself lately?
I'm the sand mites type of guy.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right, we got to take a break. We want to know from you what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for. A case of Coors could be yours. Bmms and what that is to 82945.
The Big Mad Morning
Ain't happening. You got haircuts.
Right.
You got doctor's appointments. You got that Zoom meeting.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that can go into it. One, it could be a different person every day.
Sure.
Right. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Let's just say you're getting your haircut at 2:00 and it's time for your ass kicking. Well, you're getting your ass kicking in the middle of your haircut, or you're going to have to pause to get your ass kicking and then go back to your haircut.
I'm not saying me have the haircut. I'm saying people, life happens, right?
Okay.
And then what if the guy that, let's just say it's one person and he does it for like 5 years and then he gets hit by a car and dies. Like, then what? Do you have an open call? Right? Let's say it's volunteer and people are like, well, I want to kick Corbin's ass. Great. That's going to work good for about the first year or so. And then people are like, okay. And maybe people are going to show up and watch. And then after a while, like, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like the ass kicking is the pick.
However, what if the ass kicking is so bad that one day you're getting your ass kicked and it causes internal bleeding and you don't even know it, and then you end up dying from the ass
Well,
kicking?
then your ass beating is done because it's for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and they're going to jail for murder at that point.
But you're dead.
So will they be. And insurance premium. Come on. It's all good. Right? To me, there's just too much logistics with the ass kicking every day. And you're going to go to jail and get your ass kicked every day.
True statement.
Maybe not.
There's a good chance you're going to have to change who you are as an individual to go to jail for 2 years. You're going to have to jeopardize your virtues.
Either way, something is happening with your ass.
If you've heard me talk about jacuzzis, butt soup.
Yeah, you're not a fan.
They're disgusting. Well, the CDC has issued a statement about them because of the high infection bacteria that is in public jacuzzis. E. coli, lots of vowels and stuff in these words that I'm not going to say. Pathogens can cause gut infections, diarrhea, septicemia, skin infections, urinary tract infections, Legionnaire's disease. Legionella bacteria are particularly found in water droplets within the hot tub steam, and inhaling them the contained steam can lead to development of life-threatening pneumonia. Just being in the room, that's how bad they are. But listen to this. And I knew this, but they explain it a little differently. The CD says that if you want to enjoy a hot tub or jacuzzi, there is a way to telling if it's safe or not.
Okay.
And there are clear signs of a germ-filled jacuzzi when urine and other bodily fluids, such as sweat, mix in with the chlorine used to disinfect jacuzzis. It creates an irritant and a pungent chemical called chloramine, which is what causes sore eyes when swimming in pools.
Right.
The more bathers that deposit their bodily fluids, the stronger the smell of chloramine, which smells like bleach. And the greater the likelihood the spa or hotel jacuzzi has low levels of disinfectant and high levels of bacteria. So if the hot tub smells really strong, the chances are not safe. Even if the water looks clean and clear, it's also worth noting that the water does become murkier the longer it goes without chemicals.
So anytime you've gone to the public pool or the
Well, this
water
says
park,
jacuzzi specifically.
Okay.
So, but we're jumping to that, but I hear you.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone to some and I'm like, dude, it reeks of bleach. I didn't know that it was because of all the pee-pee in the pool. I know that's what causes your eyes to burn, but I didn't know it would smell worse. Right? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So like my family went to Great Wolf Lodge last year. If you've ever been there, it is like you're getting LASIK. That's how strong it is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's horrible.
Yeah. How many kids are around?
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty ass kids.
And you multiply, let's just take half those people have bubble guts.
Yeah.
And if that feel like I'm being dramatic, let's just go with a quarter.
Right. Right. Just because they got the Bee Gees doesn't mean that they're pooping in the pool, but they be tooting it up. They be making their own jacuzzi, and that's leaving particles floating around.
Not everybody has a bidet.
And as you go under the water, you splash it all out. You got some in your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Look, I'm a fountain.
Or it's in your beard, and then you go to eat some of those delicious French fries.
Yeah. Got it on your hands. You start licking your fingers afterwards.
Gross. I love useless information.
Oh, yeah.
I'm constantly on the hunt for it. And the amount of useless things I cultivate and put to the side and never use is endless. And then when it's time to recall it, I'm like, I know a thing. So these are some of those. I don't know. Have you ever been to the park and fed the ducks or the geese or whatever?
Yeah.
What do you take?
Bread, crackers,
right?
or whatever. Yeah, whatever's left over in the pantry about to expire.
Sour cream and onion chips or bugles or whatever.
Well, apparently giving bread to ducks is really bad for them because it ruins their digestive system.
Yeah.
So you're killing ducks.
Like, I don't care.
So now when you go and you see that, just laugh that those people are killing ducks. So this one's a little deep, so bear with me. Control, Shift, and T will restore an accidentally closed tab. So if you've ever been on your computer and a tab closes, Control, Shift, and T will bring that tab back.
Well, that's fun.
And Control, Alt, Shift, T will bring back a window you accidentally closed.
Huh. That's a lot to be pressing at one time.
For you, yes.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, that's fun to know because there's been plenty of times that I'll be buzzing around and accidentally hit the X button and it closes everything. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I got to start all over again. Okay. Control Shift T.
Yeah. I mean, if you close the program, you're probably out of luck. But this one I learned not too long ago. But antiperspirant and deodorant are not the same thing. Antiperspirant stops you from sweating. Deodorant covers up the smell of sweating.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
I don't wear it.
At all? You Mr. Stinky Pits all day, every day, huh?
I mean, I don't stink.
Okay. I guess it helps to do something.
I don't stink.
Even after when you're rolling around.
No, I mean, if I'm like doing yard work or, sweating it up, yes, of course.
I have to put deodorant on every day. And if I don't, because there's been times that I forget, I've had to go and buy a small little travel size stick for here because I'm like, I feel weird. I feel weird without any on. And then I feel like I can smell it.
Do you shave your armpit hair?
I trim. I don't shave.
Right. Yeah.
I don't shave bald down like a lady or whatever. But yeah, I knock that stuff down. But yeah, that seems to be a trend nowadays where ladies are letting it grow out like man length armpit hairs and like dyeing it or just letting it be.
Dyeing it.
And I find that the most disgusting thing ever.
I don't think that that's common.
I don't think it is either. I think maybe it's like a handful of people.
Okay.
Some people are doing it.
Mm.
I didn't learn until like in my 40s to trim my armpit hair.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. You get it all poking out like you got buckwheat in a headlock.
No one ever told me.
Or shave down yonder.
I've talked about that.
Trim that as well. You stinking ass.
Yeah, it looks like an
musky
abandoned house. Yeah. Humans do use 100% of their brain.
What? I mean,
It's a myth that you use only 10%. Your brain can't handle walking and using your smartphone at the same time.
You can't handle walking, and I do it every day.
Your brain can't handle walking and using your smartphone at the same time.
Huh.
This says each activity uses the same cognitive functions. And we've been asking, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for? A case of Coors could be yours. Shannon is on. Hey, Shannon, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing today?
Great. Shannon, what's something you need to do but refuse to pay for?
I need to go have my ingrown toenails cut out.
Ooh.
How long have you had them?
Oh, gosh. Off and on for several years. I mean, I work on my feet. I'm a bank teller, so kind of on my feet all damn day long. So, yeah.
And for those that don't know, what is the signs or what is an ingrown toenail?
It's probably from not cutting them properly when I was younger, and they grow off into the side of your toe and just really dig in and make your toe swell up, and it's very excruciatingly painful. Yeah, pretty bad.
My mom recently had one cut out of her big toe.
If I could have my big toenail completely removed for like ever, that'd be awesome.
Ouch.
I would love to do that.
Now, she was told that when she cuts her toenails, you're supposed to cut straight across.
Straight across. Yeah.
Yeah, and is that what you weren't doing?
So annoyed by it.
Yeah, I am. I really am. Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how much does it cost to have that dealt with? Like, have you ever gone to the doctor?
Yeah, no, I haven't gone to the doctor, but I've gone and had, pedicures and stuff. So they're supposed to be the best way to deal with that, right? So
I have no idea. I would think if you have to have an ingrown toenail dealt with that is that painful, you got to go see like a podiatrist.
Yeah, that's just don't sound like it's much fun. Yeah, I hate those co-pays and all that.
Is it less
and then you got to come back and blah, blah, blah.
Is it less fun than the ingrown toenail?
No, it's probably. Pedicures are, generally pretty decent, warm water and you get all the pampering, but I feel so embarrassed. Like I don't want to give them a reason to be talking trash. So
yeah, you wouldn't
I just
understand.
soak them in.
They are in.
That's a little bit of it, but
So you deal with the pain right now by soaking your feet on your own?
Soaking them and trying to cut it out myself. Yeah.
Ow! You are tough.
That's what you.
Well, hey, when your fat belly gets in the way, it makes it a little difficult sometimes too. So.
Oh, honey, just go get it cut out. At least they'll give you a shot in your foot first to numb it.
Yeah, that might be cool, like a block or something.
I don't know if you can soak your feet in this, but Gimpy does have something for you.
It'll cost too much money to have Lindsay's brain reprogrammed to fit our show, so I guess we're stuck with her makes 96 ways. Have a case of Coors. Back to you guys.
Hang on the line, friends, so Gimpy can get your info and have a fantastic, pain-free weekend.
Yeah, happy day to y'all too. Thank you.
All right.
All I can think of while she's talking is a boomerang.
Yes.
Those gnarly toes.
Yeah, so Eddie Murphy's character hates women's feet, and especially ugly ones, and he's with the smoke show, and he's like slowly pulling her feet back, and he's relieved when she looks okay. But then the one where she's super, super hot, and your feet are biggity broken.
Yeah. Was it Eddie Murphy or was it Jamie Foxx?
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
It's Eddie Murphy. So I get Amazon packages probably weekly, 1 or 2 a week, maybe.
Okay.
Lindsay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gimpy?
Same.
More like one every couple months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an Amazon worker has shared a tip for frequent customers. And listen, I feel for you Amazon delivery people. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
that says that if you get multiple packages a week, you should leave snacks for the Amazon driver.
What? What?
This delivery driver said, y'all see each other damn near every day and you don't leave snacks? Many commenters to the post said that they would start leaving snacks, but some gave reasons why they can't, like the fact that their driver throws the package and living in an apartment complex where people would take the snacks that were left. Why would I leave a snack?
Right?
And also, I'm not getting the same driver every day or every other day, whatever the case may be. Do you have the same Amazon delivery person?
I don't know.
I've never seen the Amazon delivery driver.
I mean, I have on the Ring doorbell when they
Sure.
drop it off. I don't think I've ever seen this same delivery person.
But why is it my job to treat you to snacks for you doing their job?
Now, I have, like, if I'm out in the driveway or whatever and X driver shows up, UPS, FedEx, mailman, anybody, I'll go grab a cold Gatorade and be like, do you want one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't leave stuff for them. Yeah, decent human being. I get it. Leave stuff. But I think that's weird.
It is weird.
So then do I have to leave stuff for the mowing guys?
Yes.
Because to be honest,
Or the mailman.
they also work really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Or the mailman.
Right.
Or
the
woman.
garbage man,
yes.
garbage person,
Like
whatever.
It feels like it's getting a little out of hand.
It is. It really is. See, it started with Santa Claus. Okay.
Leaving cookies for him?
Yeah. Milk and cookies.
Man
and
can go
now-
down through walls. Like, can he just make food appear?
Exactly. You're magical, man. Come on. And now I got to leave it for the Amazon guy.
And by the way, I've seen you. You don't need any cookies, fatty.
Need some of them sugar-free cookies.
I got my kids almost convinced to leave pizza and beer last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Santa gets cookies everywhere. Pizza and a nice IPA, though.
Oh, Dad.
What pizza would we give him? I don't know, like pepperoni?
Well, what kind of beer should we give him?
There's some delicious Coors out in the fridge. All right, we got to take a break, and we'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show continues next.
Yeah. Not in a sheet.
Under.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, if he was looking to take a nap, I mean, maybe they were Egyptian cotton and they looked really comfy.
Gimpy, where would you hide?
In a trash can. Not like in the small trash can in the kitchen, but no, in the dumpster outside.
Ooh.
I think it's big enough to fit a body in. Probably one of the last places they're going to look. Maybe. I don't know. I try not to run from the police, but I do remember watching Cops. He tries to hide under the kiddie pool and they kick it over and they find him every time.
Yeah, because they know to look there.
Yeah.
I think you got to hide in plain sight. My best hiding spots when we play hide and seek in the house is in plain sight.
Lampshade on your head?
Well, not like standing in the wide open.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have stood behind a curtain.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They don't think to look for the shoes under the curtain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're kids.
Exactly.
They've run right past you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yep.
Got to think like a child. On the podcast, we mentioned one thing is added to a news story. It changes the dynamic of a story. It makes it way more intense. Regardless if it's a news story or a story your friend's telling you.
Mm-hmm.
One factor has to do with feces will change the dynamic of a story. I have found another one that changes the dynamic of a story.
Really? Non-poop related, huh?
Non-poop related.
All right, then.
So the headline, I'm leaving out the crazy part. I'm leaving out part of the crazy. 2 kids killed after a bus driver crashes into a daycare.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I've got the factor added to any story makes it more crazy.
Okay.
2 kids killed after totally naked bus driver crashes into daycare.
Totally naked, huh? That will change any story.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Man robbed McDonald's. Okay. Naked man robs McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it really paints a picture for sure.
Yeah. I woke up in the middle of the night. Somebody was pounding on the door to my house.
Oh, no.
Yes. It was freaky. I didn't know what to do. I woke up in the middle of the night. There was a naked man pounding on the door to my house.
Definitely different.
It lands different, doesn't it? My ex would get so crazy. She'd get drunk and she would run around screaming, right? Yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
My ex, she would get so drunk, she'd get naked and run around screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I had this
It's
friend in
different.
college, man. If he got a good test score, he would celebrate, man.
Yeah.
Get really drunk, right? Yell, scream, throw stuff out his dorm room window. Right? It's fine.
Yeah, seemingly, yeah.
I had this friend in college. If he did really good on a test score, he'd go celebrate, get real drunk, naked, run around, throw stuff out his window.
It literally does.
It does.
That and the other.
And feces.
Yeah.
You add feces to any headline, you go, oh, hey. Naked here, you're like, yeah, man, get it together. In a courtroom, man pleads not guilty to murder.
Right.
A naked man pleads not guilty to murder. You're like, why was he naked?
Yeah, how did he get naked in the courtroom? I mean, I guess you could have started off with your clothes on and they got naked, but I feel you would have been stopped about, I don't know. You get your shirt off. And that's when I feel the bailiff is going to be like, hey.
2 Florida paramedics suspended after pronouncing a live man dead. 2 West Central Florida paramedics. This happened on a Wednesday in Clearwater Fire and Rescue. They were placed on administrative duty. WTSP TV reported the incident first. The paramedics from Station 47 responded to a call about a 65-year-old man in cardiac arrest. This happened at his private residence, and they showed up. The responders pronounced the man dead shortly after their arrival. Clearwater Fire and Rescue said in a statement, they left the area once deputies from the sheriff's office arrived to investigate. And according to the news release, a deputy noticed the patient was breathing and requested medical crews to return to the scene. Then Largo fire rescue crews were called and reached the scene about 28 minutes.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD is the phone number. Did you see that news story this morning of in Germany where somebody went in and shot up some Jehovah's Witness place?
Oh, yeah. There's like mass shooting or whatever.
Yeah. Nobody can see in because they don't have windows. But Jehovah's Witnesses are like the nicest people. I get it. They're annoying because they knock on your door or whatever.
Right, interrupt you during mooring.
Every Jehovah's Witness I've met is super, super nice.
Yeah.
Every single one. So I was just a little shocked by that.
Yeah, psychopaths don't care if you're a nice person or not, man.
Right.
They kill you anyway.
Yeah. All right, Lindsay, what'd you learn today?
I learned that the cartel are just a bunch of softies with guns. And I also learned that Gimpy's not into paying for his oral hygiene.
Gimpy, what'd you learn today?
I learned that Corbin likes to eat old people pie. And I also learned, sorry, we killed your citizens. Here's a coupon for half off your cocaine.
I learned that Violet Beauregard over here loves his blueberry vodka, donuts, and Kit Kats. And I also learned Lindsay was in a park bathroom with a stranger and was told to calm down. You're just shaking because of the trauma. It's Corbin saying, make sure that dishwasher's loaded right.
It's Lindsay. Stop tracking my cycle.
This is Gimpy, and I'm sorry.
Ready? Aggressive confrontation over the bar.
You assume that they're doing their job right.
I think so, right?
You would just be like, well, I guess Tom's dead. They said he's dead. I got to take your word for it.
Did they put the thing on the finger and it didn't make any noise? And they were like, yeah, I put new batteries in it yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Well, my thing was, if they are an ambulance, and why weren't they taking the body themselves?
Ambulances don't take bodies.
Oh.
They transport to the hospital.
Okay, why weren't they doing that then?
Because they said it was dead.
It's just it all seems so weird. Like
when a body's dead,
Yeah.
they don't take it to the hospital.
I beg to differ. They took my mom to the hospital.